sweating. Fucking hilarious to me. In in those heavy scenes when they just cut to him and it's like planned out, like the sweating and it's just getting deeper and deeper. Like when all the cameras are hidden.
Oh yeah.
I'm the guy that does his fucking job. You must be the other guy.
Yeah,
that's Marky Mark though.
That's Marky Mark, yeah.
Marky Mark was great in that movie.
Yeah, where he's like, this is unbelievable. Who the fucking cameras in this place? Who the fuck are you? I'm the guy that does his job. You must be the other guy.
Ooh. You cut me deep. I'm gonna have to get out of here. I apologize.
I love that scene where they're doing a briefing and they're like showing like a dead body. And he goes, last known photo. He just gets a good laugh to himself about it.
Yeah. Another not the happiest ending at that movie, you know?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Real bummer.
Brutal ending. Yeah. But it's a really fun ride along the way.
I like it. I like the ending.
Oh, I love that. Oh, you like the ending? With just the rat? I guess
the other thing that I like it is I'm in that place with it where I've seen it enough times that I can fall asleep and I'm not mad at myself.
Yeah.
But like it's still a little bit fresh to me. Also, Vera Farmiga, hot.
Something else. Yeah.
Hot woman. Hot woman.
Yeah.
And a talented actor.
A tricky dynamic.
First, an incredibly talented actor, and then second, a hot woman.
The tangled web they weave in that movie.
Oh my God, it really is. It sure is.
Boy, it really is.
Boy, Sean, I'll tell you, man, I couldn't agree with you more on that one. It is a tangled web.
Tangled web they weave.
It's just fucking the cranberry juice scene. You know?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
When he breaks his cast open.
Yeah. It's fucking brutal.
I'm the guy who says you can hit, who tells you can't hit, and who you can't hit.
Yeah.
And that's not a guy you can hit, but it's not quite a guy you can hit.
Yeah.
It's just,
That's what they say about me every time I walk into the roost. Every single time, the whole thing. And then I just sit down.
You just hit a bottle of whiskey all night.
No cranberry juice, please.
So okay, I did my Martin Scorsese two-step. David, it's time for your second pick. That was 3 Scorseses in a row. By the way.
Bang.
It was like the fucking University of Miami in the early 2000s, dude. Just first round pick.
Ed Reed.
DJ Williams.
Warren Sapp. Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I don't know anymore.
Ray Lewis.
Oh, more University of Miami players?
Sean Taylor.
I can't name it.
Sean Taylor. What is that?
McGahee.
Who's that tight end from Ada, Oklahoma? Jeremy Shockey.
Yeah.
Jeremy Shockey.
Greg
Greg Olson, too.
Yeah. Kellen Winslow, too.
Kellen Winslow.
Jesus Christ.
Kellen Winslow Jr.
Yeah. Nice.
Shouldn't have got him.
Not quite the player as Dad was.
All right, guys, I have a movie to pick, goddammit.
Here it is.
I don't know why I got so angry.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
This movie, I feel like most of this movie takes place in the afternoon, which for some reason makes me feel comfortable sleeping to it. My second pick, White Men Can't Jump.
Oh, that's
a good one.
It's so fun to watch.
Yeah.
And it just feels like you're supposed to sleep. I don't know, something about the cinematography, but it feels like you're supposed to be watching that when you wake up.
It's tricky for me. I want to stay awake that whole movie no matter what. I like it so much. Yeah.
I can sleep through the middle at this point.
I love that.
I just want to see the last.
You can sleep through all the Rosie Perez scenes.
Who's to start with a little coup?
It's a quince.
I'm not like super invested in her Jeopardy storyline as much as I love Jeopardy.
It's a weird thing to have thrown in.
Yeah.
I like it when she calls him stupid though.
Stupid?
You're so stupid.
Feeling is stupid.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, she kills it.
And I love the way she says the Movie Brothers. What are their names?
Stoogie Brothers?
The Stookie Brothers.
Yeah.
The Stookie Brothers. I love that. I just love that movie. I love it top to bottom. I think that Wesley Snipes is so talented.
Yeah.
He's so funny.
Wesley Snipes is good, man.
Didn't even know how to play basketball.
Isn't that crazy?
But you can tell that's why he does that one. He does that one move a lot of times. It isn't like a basketball move.
Doesn't
where he spins around,
takes
spins around his body.
He takes the ball, he spins, but he also does the ball around his
it's not like a real move.
But he also puts the ball around his back, and so it defeats the purpose.
He's such an amazing athlete.
Yeah, it's not a real move, but he learned how to do that immediately. It's pretty great.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love that movie.
It paints a picture of LA that I'm like, feels like it was so long ago.
Where everybody was hanging out at the beach?
Yeah, Billy Hoyle, didn't he live at the beach?
Yeah, and everybody was wearing 2 tank tops.
Can you imagine if it was just fun on the beach and there weren't lunatics everywhere?
It is fun on the beach.
Well, no, but Venice, with the courts at Venice and stuff like that. If you could go there and just be like, this is great.
You could have a bit of an afternoon there.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I feel like Manhattan's
I'm against
a little bit
you
more.
on this. I don't like what you're doing. I don't feel that way. I feel like you could go out there and have a good time.
Everybody gets it.
I never
I love a day in Venice that includes the beach.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to hang out there all day.
Maybe I was a little harsh on the beach.
I
way
went
harsh.
The pickup games aren't that good, by the way. I've gone and watched them. Nah,
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Do they still have like big pickup games there?
Yeah,
all
there's the
time?
courts, and there's Muscle Beach too, which is down there.
Yeah, I've been over
Is
there.
that
Yeah.
exactly what? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you think.
Yeah,
I went
What
there
a
and saw
weird-
doing like weird vertical
community.
like. He had his like arm. I don't even reverse pull-ups.
Oh, where they're hanging
With his
upside
feet in
down
the
and
air?
they're chin.
Yeah.
They're just clanging and banging.
Crazy shit. Playing.
There's
That's
guys
what
who
us.
do that
That's
like
what
on,
us in the industry call it.
on like
John's
street
afraid
walk.
they're swanging and banging. That's what
Yeah,
he doesn't
That's
want.
what he's worried about. He's worried about set tripping at the beach.
Hose and chains and swanging things, dude. Can't handle it. Pimp C singing right there.
I don't know what you're
You
saying.
looked so confused.
I am still.
But yeah, White Man Can't Jump is my second pick. I feel like it's a great movie to watch hungover.
Yeah.
You can start it at any point. You can jump out at any point. A lot of good corners it takes. Great supporting cast.
Yeah. The basketball scenes are really fun. The Yo
Basketball
Mama scene is fun.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. We does
Oh,
that.
your
we
mom
does
was an
that.
astronaut.
Your mama got a peg leg with a kickstand.
All the hustle and stuff is good. Yeah, the movie's
When that dude just goes-
to where the bakery ain't open yet, man.
That guy keeps going and getting his gun.
Yeah, that
What's
guy's just,
name?
oh, fuck it, I'm getting my gun.
Wasn't he like a real
He
basketball?
was a real basketball
Yeah.
player. He used to be in the NBA. Like he was an enforcer in the
I believe it was
You can tell
Olden
he's
Collins.
It was Alden Collins.
Milwaukee Bucks fan.
Rex Chapman.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man, that movie's great. It's so much fun.
I've
Why
still
they
never
can't
been to
jump?
Sizzler. Ever in my
Me
life.
neither.
Really?
Yeah,
Maybe
never
we
been to
should
a
go. I guess
Sizzler.
they got
Man,
salad
I
stuff.
feel like you guys built it up too much.
They had a
It's
food
not
poisoning
good.
scare when I was at a very impressionable age, and I've since never gone.
It's
Like
man.
all of them?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, because like
We can go to
that's a weird.
Don't come at me like
I'm
that.
asking. I'm not.
We could go to Sizzler. I'm just telling you, it's not.
It's not what we
Stay there
think.
with the
I'll take
sizzle.
yeah, I'll take you to Sizzler right now. if you want to Sizzler. That's not the issue.
We going fit.
It's not as good as
Sizzler.
it's not as good as Kadeem Hardison made it sound.
Ooh, Kadeem.
Man, I loved it.
That's
What
a
happened
name.
to him?
I was probably thriving somewhere.
I'm sure
chilling.
he's good.
Sure, it's time for your second pick.
I will be going with a classic Tombstone.
Oh.
Great.
I was definitely
That
gonna
it-
pick that.
Yeah, I had
it's-
that on the list.
Oh, I know. It's just, it's so insanely quotable as a movie.
Do
I got two guns here, one for each of you.
There it is.
Are you doing Forrest Whitaker? I don't know.
Fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
That was
Fuck you,
spot
Shane.
on.
You think that was spot on?
That was spot-ish.
I will not compliment
It
Sean,
was
no
spot
matter what.
near.
Do it again?
I got two guns here, one for each of you.
Each
Yup.
of you is really
Pretty good, dude.
Gripping with tuberculosis.
I sound like a lunger if I've ever heard one. I'll
Yeah.
tell you.
Well, Sean's too close to the role.
Succumbing to consumption.
How about? Yeah, I felt to drink. What do you want me to do about it? It's not even my fault. I think the creature had its hands on me. I couldn't even do anything about it.
So Wyatt Burp picks Tombstone.
I forgot about that one. That's right.
AKA Wyatt Burp.
Oh, yeah, I should pick that one. I should get 6 picks, actually. That should just be on my team.
That part where they're at the OK Corral and Doc just starts to smile. And it cuts to everyone's eyes, and then it cuts to Val Kilmer's eyes, and you just see a little bit of a smile, and then it cuts to Thomas Hayden Church, and you could clearly see him frowning.
Yeah.
You're like,
yeah.
It's like the weird thing that too, where they're having the gunfight at the OK Corral, and then he shoots a shotgun in the air, and the horse jumps,
Yeah.
and then he shoots the guy who's hiding behind the horse. It's like, these horses would have been jumping. They're like bullets flying everywhere.
Yeah, the horse.
Yeah.
And this whole thing is just like, there's like all of a sudden, it's just, you gotta be within 2 feet of a horse to really scare it.
It's got some good.
I'm
it's
not
got,
sure of the numbers on that.
Yeah.
There's a few touching
I don't
moments
know
in it too, which I like. You
Oh,
know,
dude.
with
Like
the,
when he's like, I'm your Huckleberry.
yeah, I'm your Huckleberry.
I have
And
a
also,
headache, Wyatt.
What do you think? Wild Up is my friend. Hell, I got a lot of friends. I don't.
I just got goosebumps.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty great, yeah.
And those dudes' names, what the fuck? It's Texas Jack Vermillion.
Turkey Creek Jack Johnson.
Turkey Creek. Those are so dick. What happened
Oh
to names
my
like those?
I don't know.
What happened in names like that?
We
You
can
sound like you use.
Yeah, they
we
were
can
Turkey
bring it
Creek
back.
Texas Jack Vermillion?
All right, we can call you South Glendale Sean Jordan.
It doesn't have the ring to it.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
What part of South Dakota were you from?
Sioux Falls, South
Which
Dakota.
part of Sioux Falls were
Like
you from?
regionally.
We from Whiskey Flats or Upper
Southeastern
Dog
South
Patch?
Dakota? Oh yeah, we could call it Whiskey Patch, we can call it Dog Flats, Or Dog Patch, we could call
Sean
it North
Dog Patch
Cliff.
Whiskey Patch Sean Jordan.
Whiskey Patch
Whiskey
Jordan,
Flats.
that works.
Whiskey
Better hope
Flats
they
Jordan.
invent one of those.
Sean Dog Patch Jordan.
Dog Patch Sean Jordan.
We're working on it. We're in the writer's room.
Yeah, and
It'll get worked out.
but also just another great cast. Like, even the people in the minor roles in that are fantastic.
Oh, dude, that movie is full of.
Dude, when Val Kilmer was just dunking on people in that phase of his career, I loved it.
Yeah.
We going for it, Val Kilmer. Dude, it was great.
Even Powers Booth. You know,
Powers Booth.
kills it. What happened in names like that? Since I'm freaking out about names, what happened to Powers fucking Booth?
That is quite the Powers, dude.
What all the Powers Booths?
That's
of the
gotta
world?
be-
Can you
That's
imagine
gotta be,
seeing a baby and being like, Powers?
Power. Yeah, because that came out.
or,
You come out of Power.
Yeah.
Or Texas
You know what?
Jack Vermillion.
I bet he went into Power.
He went into Powers.
I bet his dad finished and he was like,
What?
Powers.
What?
We
Powers
feel it.
got
We all
out.
feel
Honey,
it.
what are you thinking? I was
Jailbreak.
thinking Steven. Well, I'm thinking Texas Jack Vermillion. So you're gonna have to meet me all the way on my side because
Yeah,
that's what
we're
his
not
name's
gonna
gonna
split
be.
the difference.
Fucking Powers Booth. Tombstone's great. That's another long one too, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. Pretty lengthy.
Got some girth to it.
yeah.
That's a
I
long
feel like
movie.
yeah.
Oh wait, Powers Booth died last year, didn't he?
Oh damn, did he? I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
R.I.P. Powers Booth, dude. The Powers the Booth.
Yeah,
Powers the
what
What was
Booth.
his most famous role?
Nashville, probably. No, I'm kidding. It's
I
not.
mean,
Nashville.
Tombstone. He was in one of the Sin City movies.
Frailty was one news really
That's it.
dedicated.
He's like an interesting guy who's in a ton of stuff, but I
Sudden
never
Death.
think of him as like a first or second lead.
Oh, he was in MacGruber. That's right. He was in the Turok the Dinosaur Hunter series.
Oh, I love that game.
That was the most difficult game for me when I was a
It was
kid.
so fun.
Yeah.
Tombstone. Oh, it's only 2 hours. Okay. So it's about the
Yeah,
length
it's
of
not
this
crazy.
podcast. Charlton Heston's in it. I don't know if I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's the sheriff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bill Paxton.
And the guy that
Morgan
plays.
Earp.
Yeah, I don't want to say the other movie that he's in, but
Sam Elliott.
Yeah, Sam Elliott's up in there.
Portland, Oregon's own Sam Elliott.
Portland, Oregon's
Is he
own
from
Sam
Portland or
Elliott.
Eugene?
Yeah. He went to David Douglas High School.
Yeah,
Last time I checked.
yeah.
That's important. yeah.
All right.
Meaning for Rand McNally,
Great
still a
track at
Rand
U of O.
McNally.
He was born in Sacramento.
You might have thought that Sam Elliott was in this
A
studio.
lot of people thought
I'm
that.
still not convinced he isn't. Truly.
Sacramento.
That's really good.
Yeah, that was dank.
I was born a young boy in Sacramento,
No.
California.
He was not a young boy ever.
I was born an old man in Sacramento, California, before traversing north to Portland, Oregon. At the time, it was a lumber town. But I quickly saw it give way to an endless cavalcade of hipsters in increasingly large beanies and tight jeans. And it was at that point I said to myself, well, Sam, it's time to hit the dusty trail. And now I live in Orlando, Florida.
That's pretty fucking
That was
good,
really
dude.
good.
Thank you.
Holy
Yeah. Emmy
buckets.
nominated.
You think you know a guy,
Sean,
you know?
Sean, it's time for your second. Y también, your
Y
third pick.
también.
All right. Well, my second pick is going to be something that that'll kind of. This is more of like a Saturday hangover movie where like
okay,
I
yeah.
want to go for it again,
Yeah.
but I
Okay,
need
this
to
is
like
a reach.
ease in.
Okay,
This is like I need to ease
An
in,
important distinction.
and this is gonna be Bad Boys. Is what this movie's
Oh,
gonna
The
be.
first one,
The first one?
No, Bad Boys 2.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. God, yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to fucking.
I kind of
start
thought that
doing
was an
push-ups.
unspoken thing with Bad Boys.
Is this?
no, I like Bad. I want it to be known though. I like Bad Boys.
Bad Boys 2 is,
For El Dos.
yeah, Bad Boys 2 is
Is it
leaps and bounds.
Yeah. Is it just?
Please,
I
I
haven't
don't-
watched them in so long, but
You gotta. When was the last time you guys watched?
because I remember
feel
I
like-
loved the first one.
Do you think I wouldn't like the second one now? Is that what you? Oh no, I'm
No,
just trying.
no, no. Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
I didn't
thought that.
I didn't even mean for it.
I thought you were coming at my neck.
It's real serious in here. Bad
I
Boys
just
2.
think open the first one up again.
Maybe
It's
I need
really
to.
Good.
I do need to watch the first one.
It's just, it's you know what it is? It's an age thing. Bad
Yeah.
Boys 2 was what they gave to you that summer.
That's
Bad
true.
Boys 2 was with
that was
Diego.
that whole summer, dude.
Plus, they had that soundtrack with Shaky Tail.
Shaky Tail Feather. They wouldn't shut up about the soundtrack.
That Freeway
the marketing
song.
was everywhere.
Yeah.
Like Bad Boys 2 was like.
Apparently,
That
like
summer.
critics hated it, and it's still just the thing I want. We've talked about it on here before.
Yeah.
I'll just never understand it.
No, it does its job perfectly.
Which one did the critics like more? The first one or
The
the
first one by far.
Oh, really?
The second
Really?
one's got like under a 30 on Rotten Tomatoes.
What?
Or something crazy.
That's
Were you on that
astonishing.
podcast where we drafted movies?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
you guys
that's
are-
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about
That's a while ago. I
That's
was partying.
fucking
How
crazy.
many
Now I'm
episodes
mad
are you
about it
guys
all
up to
again.
now.
50-11? 50-12 maybe?
It might be up to 60-12. 60, it might be 60-15. Let me look.
60-15 episodes. I think it's like 75 or something.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's 60-15.
Yeah, 60-15. Yeah, man, Bad Boys 2. Little Gabby Union in there, you know?
Gabriel. This will be episode, when this one drops, 50-26.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now you know what he's talking about.
Right. It's great. I love it
Yeah.
from Turk
Bad
to
Boys
Vertical
2,
from
and that'll
Vertical.
get me, that'll kind of recharge my battery where I'm just like, alright.
Yeah.
Alright, Mike Lowry's doing it, I can do it. You know?
See where they're like at the door and that guy comes to pick up the his daughter.
The kid was a basketball player.
He looked like a basketball player.
Yeah, he was a high school phenom.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Oh, he looks like one.
Yeah, 'cause- yeah, it's got a weird face.
Yeah, he does have a weird face. I'm like, how'd this guy get in the movie? That should have been Michael.
Basketball.
Michael.
Must be your
Yeah.
handles because it ain't your face. Come on, he had a weird face.
Wonder what happened
Will
to that
Smith
guy.
and Martin Lawrence just put the double team on that guy. Very funny
That's
scene.
Yep.
Yeah. That's like they're
Putting
letting Martin
screws to
Lawrence
him.
shine in that scene.
Wusa, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just why the scene where they're just throwing boats and cadavers off
The
on
cadavers,
that freeway.
yeah, dude, that's insane.
Any movie that goes
Dan
to
Marino's
Cuba for
Cadillac in that.
yeah, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Any movie that goes to Cuba for no reason is a great hangover movie.
Will Smith with a lot of catchphrases.
I'm not having a problem
Yeah.
seeing why this scored under 30 on Rotten Tomatoes when you describe it like that.
It's funny if you
Well,
just.
Because like
They go to
the
Cuba,
answer-
they're throwing cadavers, Dan Marino makes a cameo.
Critics need to be
and they're mean
aware-
to a high school basketball
Critics
player.
need to be aware of what a movie is trying to do and then grade it on that
Oh,
rubric. And
exactly.
what Bad Boys 2 is trying to do, it succeeded
It
on
did.
all counts.
And it still does. Every time it's done.
Sometimes I'm trying that queso dip, man. Don't ding because it's not beef Wellington.
Sometimes I will say in that movie, Will Smith a little
God.
too cool for me.
He does get very.
I don't
yeah,
like
but
how
it's
he
fun.
answers the phone. He says, "Miss Lowry, you hot." I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like
Yes,
that.
you do,
I
because
don't like
you know that he
keeps
says it.
saying X-Man instead of ecstasy dealer.
Oh yeah.
We gotta hit X. He was a little too cool for me in that
He
one.
was.
The first one, he was still kind of goofy Will.
You know what's always weird about those movies? They have those characters that they bring in. Like this is one of those. They have characters they bring in that are like kind of feel established already. Like their relationship is already established.
Oh, like the other two cops.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
John
Or like
Sally
they're like
too was in that movie.
yeah, or their captain
Oh,
that's
the
in it.
tech guy.
Yeah, they're
Joey
like,
Pantoliano.
they're like
Joey Pants.
yeah, Cyrus from Matrix.
He was in the first one though.
Yeah, but
He
they
was-
always like I don't know. They always feel like they're like you already know this character. It's
Overruled. Moving on. No.
All right, time for Shawnee's next pick. Fuck Shane. I guess.
No, fuck Shane, but I'll keep talking about it.
All right.
What is your next pick?
Yeah, all right. We'll go number 3.
Fucking stupid.
Number 3. Number 3, we're gonna venture out of the real world a little bit. You know, like Bad Boys 2 real world situation. We're gonna venture out of that. We're gonna go to
Do it
the unknown. We're gonna
realistically.
say The Lord of the Rings.
Which?
Oh,
We'll just say the first one. I forget the
No.
Fellowship of the Ring.
no thanks.
No, it's getting a big no.
It's too much.
I sleep. I'll
It is
sleep,
an effort.
I'll
It's
sleep
a-
the whole thing.
It's a very relaxing. Just put it on a Sunday because I still do like watching that movie. I like Sean Bean in that movie. I like that gnarly battle with the orcs at the end where he just fucking whacks that one's head off. I think it's a good. It's just a fun journey of a movie.
You got that
Too
theme.
much.
The Lord of the Rings theme is pretty good.
Talk about a
I
movie
like
that's your next 8 hours on television.
For real.
Jesus.
Well, yeah, dude, I'm really hungover.
Maybe if I did like Molly or
That's your Sunday. yeah.
remember
can't.
that Boy Boy the night before. And yeah, then I'm like,
We're talking about that like that
There's
hasn't
too
happened on
much.
a couple nights.
I gotta have gone into that night a piece of beef and come out a piece of jerky. Then I'm down for Lord of the
I gotta be
Rings.
dried up.
Yeah.
Teddy.
It's too much.
Yeah, there's too much. It's too slow for me to. I can't watch that
Kids
movie.
are shit getting
I
fucked
can't watch
up.
that movie.
You can be on your phone the whole time. You can You can be.
But then I'm
in and
just
out.
gonna watch.
You can take
Compelling
arguments. You can take a
Compelling
shower.
arguments.
You can take a shower during that movie if you want. You come out and you're still sit back
I
on the
don't
couch.
know
You're like, all right.
It's like watching a screensaver for 2 hours.
It
It's
is
just
like I feel
fucking
the same
running
way.
around off cliffs and shit. It's
I
horrible.
feel the same way, Shane.
I would have gone with the third installment in the series. Pretty simple.
Yeah,
but I like that shit.
It's got the big
Is
fucking
that the
like
two towers? Or?
those the big fucking Return of the King.
Return of
The
the
big
King.
fucking elephant things.
Yeah, because I don't give a shit.
I just want I want more of the action.
I love
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
give a shit what Pippin and
Yeah.
Mary
It's
are
up too
up
much.
to.
Your pick
Yeah.
sucks.
Eagles in the mix, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Although the first one does have the Balrog, and you shall not pass, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You shall not
The first one,
pass.
it
What are
just
the
has-
odds I'm gonna be awake for that though?
It has the beginning. I just like
Yeah,
the
you gotta
beginning.
go.
I just like the whole sparking everything, sparking the journey, and it's got a good battle scene at the end. Like it's got a good ending to the movie.
And my axe. You like that part?
Yeah.
My axe. Fool of a took. You like that part?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I do like both
Is that
those
the
parts.
end of the first one?
That's
Or
when he
the-
drops the like chained on that well when they're in the dwarfs like cave area where his whole family where he finds out that they're all like dead or whatever.
It is a boring pool of a took. It is a boring fucking movie.
Shane, wake up! You
It
got
is a boring
It's
movie.
such a
No,
yawn.
for Sean, that feels like the bug is the feature. There's a lot of jogging, and he can be on his phone. You know,
I
Where-
guess.
a lot of British actors jogging.
Oh, a lot of hooves,
Hooves, yeah.
eating hooves.
Yeah.
I like a lot, and then one giant decapitation.
One
A
giant.
lot of like leaves being unwrapped and
Oh.
whatever the Hobbit version of hardtack being
Oh,
eaten.
you're getting me going over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that weird
We're
crumbly
talking
bread.
about breakfasts.
Oh,
What about your lemon sis?
A lot of hard,
Oh yeah, where they just talk about food they want to eat.
Yeah.
hard close-ups on Elijah Wood's soft face.
Oh,
Yeah.
those
But then
perfect
also
fingernails.
Sean Astin's somehow softer face.
Yeah, it is somehow
Mush.
soft.
That
Bush
just got
your
this
face.
Yeah, it's a bush face boy.
A bush face.
Sean Astin Martin music, dude. Sean Astin Martin Freeman music.
That's a lot like Maybach music.
It's like when he, at the end of the third one, when he thinks he's gonna die.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he's just like, he starts talking about never having asked out that girl.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
It's
That's
dumb.
that's something worth watching.
I don't like it. I went around the horn and decided I don't like it.
It's all right.
I haven't seen it since it came out, really.
Well, maybe give it another spin. I don't think it's up your alley, but
I don't like whimsy.
Friend of the podcast, not in the studio, not in the state. Nick Nampe. Every now and then will fucking throw down on the extendos.
See?
No,
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
god.
too much. It's too much.
Get himself.
Like all of a sudden it's Tuesday?
I think
Jesus
he'll
Christ.
He'll get himself some of God's own marijuana and I think several foods.
That sounds like what I watch people do when they're hungover.
Yeah.
Just have maybe a slightly different movie on, but this, I feel like the grounds for hating on this as a hangover movie are
Look, dude,
crazy.
we're just the figure skaters. We're not the judges. We'll let the audience decide.
That's just how I feel, baby.
When one of the newer ones came out, they
Quit pointing your fucking pen at
The
me.
Hobbit?
fuck you up. I am sorry.
Shane is fully on his Bob Dole right now. Pen in hand.
I love it.
That was
Did you
my
just do
Norm
a Shane
McDonald.
impression?
That's my Norm McDonald
He
doing
think,
something.
and he thinks I don't sound like him.
You don't.
Oh, great. All right.
Sean's
At
wearing
the Lloyd
glasses.
Center, when one of the last ones came out, they ran all of the movies,
Oh yeah.
and then like at midnight they played the fucking
I
one that
went
was like,
Interrupted Lloyd Center.
Tony and Heather and I went to Bridgeport and watched all three of them.
Cool story about people we know.
You do know Tony. There's a couple people I know went to Bridgeport Village in Portland, Oregon, and watched
I just
all
got
three of those
salty.
movies.
I don't know why I got salty.
Yeah.
Sean married them.
Yeah. I did marry them.
you're a puzzle.
And I cried when I did it, I'll tell you.
Shane, it's time for your third pick. We've moved on from discussion of the Lord of the Rings for the time being.
God almighty.
Has any of
We've
these
taken
almost
that
as long as
discussion.
the fucking movie.
Until I picked 2 and 3.
I am going to go with this is a seasonal pick,
Oh.
Oh, really?
but Christmas Vacation.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
love it. It's like it's everything in that movie is so fucking fun. And
Yeah,
like,
it is.
it's my like I can laugh at any scene. It's completely out of context.
Another
it's like,
great Quaid vehicle.
Yeah.
yeah, that's very true.
Is that your theme?
No, Sean took the other Quaid.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's a good theme for whoever's going.
The Quaids.
Quaids.
Just
Lone Wolf of the Quaids.
when he shows up, and they're like looking at the Christmas lights, it's just the funniest fucking thing. You're like, she really is a beaut, Clark.
It's great. And it's another one that you've seen so many times that you can really fade in and out of it.
Yeah.
And when I think of that movie and being hungover, I think of things being in the fridge.
Oh.
Which is an exciting thing for me. You know what I mean? Like like somebody's done some cooking
That
and
is
you've gone to a
nice.
party,
Yeah.
and they're like, Shane, will you take some of this lavash home or whatever? And you're like, yeah, I'll take it. Yeah.
Shane's a big lavash party.
Yeah, like a lavash roll up with some ham and a pickle and some cream cheese.
Oh my
Sue
god.
Carmel special, Jessica Blaylock special. But yeah, you bring one of those home. Maybe you got a plate with 6 loose deviled eggs on it. You know?
Oh, those don't make it home.
Yeah.
I've never had deviled
The
eggs that make
tomorrow
it past my
deviled
hands.
eggs are great.
Tomorrow deviled
Ian
eggs.
makes killer deviled eggs.
I'll devil the fuck
I
out of
love
it.
deviled eggs.
Don't you back me into a corner. I'll
You'll
devil
devil
egg
your-
my way out of it.
Devil my way out.
Here's to borrow some of Sean's hat sauce.
Yeah.
Hot sauce, yeah, for the
Actually,
deviled
do it.
eggs.
Make a sriracha deviled egg.
Dude, tight. Let's get hungover.
Yeah, just a good pick. We could just jump. Yeah,
Christmas
we dissect
Vacation
this
is
one
good.
too. Yeah.
I haven't seen it a ton. It's one of those. It's one of the great shames of my. One of those blind spots in my movie going history.
Yep, of which
Yeah.
you do have a couple.
I do have a couple. And
Yeah.
like Christmas Vacation is one of them. So I don't know why I'm even talking right now.
It's so good. They just show him out empty and shitter's full. That's one of the funny. It just, you picture like, man, what if that dude was out in front of my crib emptying his shitter?
I just love when their grandparents come and they're just like, well, they're old and they don't have a lot of money, so they just take things from around the house and box them up. And one of them's a cat. It's like my favorite
Yeah,
thing.
the movie's fantastic.
Yeah.
Seasonal picks.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, that is. I was thinking about having a seasonal pick on there. It's a good call.
No, I did it.
I like your moxie, bro. I like your sand on that one.
My sand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thanks, man. David.
So watching a tennis match.
A very
David, it's
boring,
time for your
unathletic
third
tennis match.
Third pick, very straightforward. A League of Their Own.
Oh.
It's so long. It spans so much time. You can be up in the beginning, fall asleep in the middle, still see Dottie come back for the reunion at the end. It's perfect. That movie's beautiful.
That is.
man.
I bet I've seen that movie twice.
Yeah, I think I've seen it once.
What?
I've seen it
No,
probably a
maybe twice.
dozen times.
Yeah,
I love
me too.
Yeah,
I've seen it
it's so
probably
good.
10, 12 times.
High fastballs. You can't lay off her. Oh my god.
Oh, man.
And she's like, you realize what a competitor she is?
She's
Yeah.
such a competitor. Tom Hanks is great in that movie.
Yeah.
That little shitty fat kid that you love to
Yeah.
hate is in that
Still
movie.
well into
Ian
it.
Stillwell.
Say you're
Madonna?
gonna lose like a little kid, Ian.
Come on.
Huh?
Madonna
Say
in there?
say you're gonna lose like you're taunting me.
Yeah, you're gonna
It's a-
lose. Like,
Yeah,
You're gonna lose.
pretty close. That's how talented you are.
that was not Stillwell from A League of Their Own.
And then
Yeah, Rosie O'Donnell was in
and
there.
her and Madonna are great together.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
there's
charming.
some of those girls will be going home. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And then Kit, like the whole Gina Davis. That movie's great, man.
Who plays her sister? What's that
Who plays
actress'
Kit?
name?
I'm not sure.
It's the girl. Isn't that girl from Tank Girl? Or am I crazy?
Lori Petty.
That might
Is that
be
who
her.
it is?
No, it might be Tank Girl.
Yeah, possibly.
But yeah,
I feel like I've been sleeping on that movie. It's like it's all over Netflix. I should watch it again.
There's some cry scenes in that movie.
Oh,
too.
it's so, and it's just like,
Those are good. Yeah, we haven't had enough of those.
yeah, we haven't had enough.
You're so drunk,
crying.
you're like getting.
Yeah,
you're just so hungover, you're like, listen, I'm getting it out.
You got,
Oh,
a
dude.
you got a very low ceiling.
Whatever I didn't get
Yeah.
to last night, Gina Davis is gonna take me to today.
Yeah,
Dr.
if I had
Davis, I
$1
call
for
her when I'm
every
I was
watching
time-
it.
like, I guess let's go fix another drink.
Yeah, that scene where they like the messenger shows up with the
Oh, and they all know.
Yeah,
They
there's
all,
somebody-
Yeah,
God
those
damn
moments, because it's fun, because a lot of times when you're hungover, there'll be like one or two other hungover people in the room with you.
Yeah.
Like at the domicile, for instance. And it's always fun when you get those moments where you're crying in a room with other dudes who are crying, but you never acknowledge it with
Yeah,
each other. It
just
happened
kinda
the other night with when we were watching Queer
It
Eye.
did. It happened so hard.
All, I guarantee you, all
Did you
three of
tweet
us were
something
crying.
about this the other day?
I tweeted about Queer Eye today.
You went on. You were like a little tirade today.
It's
Not,
so
well, not a
tirade,
tirade. Not a, that makes it sound bad.
A comedically hyperbolic take.
Yeah,
Which is that everybody's going in on Anthony because he'll like he'll just teach them a very basic appetizer where he's
Yeah.
making like, here's how to make guac, or here's how to make this one whatever dish, and it's very basic shit. But nobody's talking about how all Tan does is get everybody like a bunch of graphic button-up short sleeves that they can either wear on their own or put a jacket over,
Yeah.
and then some pants that fit better, and then brown shoes or white trainers. For everybody that we've seen so far.
Yep.
But Anthony's catching all the flack because Tan has better hair.
Is Anthony
That's my take.
Is he catching that much flack?
Oh,
People
well,
back
you
then?
just like gentle ribbing on the internet.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
real flack. I think that show's got a 100% like approval rating.
Oh, dude,
It's pretty
I-
awesome.
Anyone with a
good.
brain of hard
I don't know
soul.
how
I
you
was
not like
crying
it.
like 5 minutes in
It's
the other
so
night.
good.
I've never watched it.
Oh, dog.
Yeah.
The only way
Yeah.
you could not like it is if you hate queer guys and straight guys.
Yeah.
That's the only way you wouldn't like that show.
And eyes.
I might stick my toe in that pool.
You gotta stay
I don't
tuned.
know.
Oh, you'll be hooked.
Yeah, I bet I
guarantee
would.
it.
It seems like exactly the kind of thing I would fall for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's
actually, we've set you
beautiful.
up with him right now. What if you got clear eyes, dude?
What if you got queer eyed right now?
Wow.
Like they
I
just
don't know
came
what they
in.
could do to paint on this cake.
Cut that hair is what
No,
they
I got
do.
it trimmed
They just
yesterday.
they
It
give
looks
him a
amazing.
red necklace.
We were wrong.
What if it just confirms?
Hey, first of all, you weren't even there. Rude fucking prick.
You rude fucking Rick.
Secondly, I saw a picture of it the other day. Looked great.
It looked
I would love to
terrible.
see
I'm
that
not
picture.
taking shit off of anybody who's dressed like you like
I
that.
would love to see
I
that
would
picture.
give anything
I would
to
wear that
see.
necklace right now.
And I'd make fun of you just like I
You
did.
could.
Where'd you
You'd
see
be
this?
fucking wrong.
Where'd you see this picture? Where'd you see this picture?
On the goddamn internet.
We're finding it.
Go ahead, find it, tweet
Is
it.
it on Facebook?
Yeah, it's on Facebook.
All right, we'll
dig-
put it out there and we'll let the people decide.
I'll dig through that hard.
Yeah, go ahead.
We'll go on the Silk Road.
I'll go to the dark web. The dark web.
So, a league of their own.
All right, great pick, David. It is time for my third and fourth picks, as it is.
I'll second to John.
With my third pick, I just want to break up the dude-heavy movies for a second, but this third and fourth pick could really go
Whoa,
either way.
come on! I just picked a league of their
My own.
It's a girl
I'm
baseball
sorry,
movie.
David. David, yours has been very diverse. I meant my own dude-heavy picks. I'm going to take one of my favorite movies, but especially hungover. Little motion picture called The Devil Wears Prada.
Oh,
Okay.
that was just on like 2 or
Yeah.
3 weeks ago. You're
It's
watching
like
that.
Yeah.
it's always funnier than you remember it.
It's
being,
funny.
too, which is so much.
Stanley
so good.
Tucci just fucking
Kills
falling out of control in that movie.
Kills it.
Big rings,
Yeah.
dope sweaters,
Big rings.
fantastic performance.
Rings real big.
Rings real big. He's got a really big team, and he needs some really big rings.
Sure.
Meryl Streep. I mean, we don't need to say much about Meryl Streep. The God, just in there putting up like just the LeBron James of acting.
Just throwing out a
Just
click.
putting up seasons like crazy.
The Holy Mother.
She's so good. She's so good in it. Anne Hathaway, fantastic in it.
Yep.
And also, because we can't pick TV shows,
Oh.
but Entourage's Adrienne
Adrienne
Grenier
Yeah.
in a little supporting role in there. And fuck, who's the other? She plays the
Emily
other.
Bleasy,
Emily
dude.
Bleasy, dude.
Yeah.
Young Bleasy for Sheezy.
And we
Never
rolled up a
taking it
blunt and
easy.
smoked it that whole movie.
Yeah.
Like, killed it.
It's just great. There's like a lot. It's a compelling storyline, but it's shallow in a way that's very important.
I
You don't have to
who's the
think too
sleazy
deep,
guy
but it is
that
laughable.
in
You
it.
laugh a lot, yeah.
Who's like the sleazy guy in it, like the guy she sleeps with that's not Adrian.
Oh, I forget his name, but he's a journalist.
Yeah, the mentalist guy.
Yeah.
I
that
don't
guy.
get like what is appealing about him.
He's just a hunk.
Is he?
Yeah.
Just a hunk of beef.
That is a hunk. He's going. Yeah.
That's what I've been doing wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't live up to your unrealistic standards, Shane.
No, I just like these weird looking. He's like
He's-
a grown up little boy.
He's got like a lantern jaw. He's got a beautiful curly head of hair, right?
You know,
Yeah. Yeah, you're
Like
describing a hunk.
curly blonde.
Are you describing a hunk? Is
I
that
think he's a hunk.
He's
dude.
the opposite of a hunk.
Nice little.
Who's your favorite?
That's-
part?
I gotta think of-
Marissa's shaking her head.
Yeah, hunk,
He's
right?
a hunk.
Oh yeah, Marissa's.
We got it from
Marissa's
Canada.
Marissa don't lie.
She's the tiebreaker.
He's probably Canadian.
You said that like there's something wrong with that shit.
He probably is.
I was about to say my hunk.
He's probably perfect.
He's Canadian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
I think you know who he is.
No, I don't.
Simon Baker is the actor's name.
Simon
he
Baker.
is a
you're
fucking
saying?
dude.
No.
He's a hunk.
Taylor Kitsch.
Oh yeah, Tay Tay. He's Canadian.
Yeah, he's
Look at that.
Canadian.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
come on.
Are you
Let me see.
serious?
Let me see.
Oh shit! Wait, I don't know.
Oh,
what
you
happened.
gotta back up.
Everybody Google a picture of Simon Baker,
Simon
whether you're on
Baker.
the freeway
Yeah.
or skydiving.
Yeah, that's not what.
Come on.
Man, you don't think that's a
What are you
hunk?
talking about? That guy's out
You
of
don't think
control.
that's a hunk?
You're not even fucking showing me.
That's a hunk of USDA, baby.
Yeah, dog.
Oh, that guy.
That guy's a
Filet mignon.
good-looking lawyer at best.
Is that-
That's like
Good looking. He's the
What
best.
is it like
He'd be
in
the
your
best
head?
looking lawyer.
I don't know sometimes.
What's your scale? Are you a 10 on your scale and everything else? Because that's how my scale works.
I'm the only
Yeah.
person on my scale.
Like, I'm glad that guy's not on Billions because it would take me out of it. You know what I mean? That's how good looking
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah.
Shout out to Simon Baker, friend of the podcast.
Yeah, Simon Baker. He listens.
Don't
Dude.
look at me with those cold ass eyes.
Bakes, dude. You call
Those
it bakes.
cold Jew eyes.
I did not say that.
Trying to. looking at me right now, trying to figure out how you can make your next red cent off of me.
I didn't have anything to do with
I don't
this.
get it.
No,
I don't get it.
That was all Shane. Shane's,
I just
Shane.
love The Devil Wears Prada, and there's a few of those like really good scenes. I mean,
There's
when
some great,
the
Oh,
whole,
yeah.
I mean, when Meryl's explaining like how she got that blue sweater.
the difference between the belts. Is that what you're talking? Is that the
Well,
same?
there's the whole she's talking. Yeah.
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 That's
You
a great
think
scene.
you
Yeah.
think none of it matters, but
Yeah.
you don't know like yada yada yada. This is how you got your blue sweater.
Yeah.
She fucks Emily Bleasy out of that trip to
Yeah.
Paris.
You already did.
Yeah.
I could never do that to a
Yeah,
friend.
you already did. She's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Didn't want anyone to call her on it.
A restrained Meryl Streep too.
Uh-huh. Down there. Way down there.
We have the Paul because we've been watching Billy's the Paul
Billy's
Giamatti scale.
Popular television short show.
Like
this.
It's the Paul Giamatti scale, so it's like wherever he's taken it in that given moment, and a lot of Paul Giamatti's down here.
Yeah.
It's down here. Stop. It's like if you picture a frothing pit bull,
So like,
how high on the leash are you holding him?
Okay, I understand.
You know what I mean? Most of the time, you got like right on
I
the
want my
scruff
hand
of the neck.
by its face.
Yeah. But sometimes, dude,
the closer to the collar is like.
The lower he
lower
is.
it is.
Okay.
But sometimes you barely holding on, and Paul Giamatti's just going crazy on me.
Yeah. So if you're at the end of the leash, it's a.
That's
it's,
up
I'm
here.
not drinking any fucking Merlot.
Yeah, that's up here. Exactly. That's
okay.
up here, the Giamatti
Yeah.
scale. Yeah. It's
The
Sean and
Giamatti
I's-
scale,
The
I like
Giamatti
it.
scale.
I'm
Moving on.
Mark Giamatti.
Moving on in the interest of time. Even though The Devil Wears Prada's bomb, we could talk about it for 2 hours.
Even though it's bomb.
For this next one, rather than making the pick, I think I'm going to ask you a question.
Oh,
Sure.
Christ.
And that question is, where's Lau? I'm not wearing hockey pads. I think hockey pads is from the first movie,
Yeah,
but what
I
I'm
just like
dressing
saying it.
is
the second
yeah.
one.
Just to clarify, but I did want to kick that off. Yeah. Pray to me. Where's Lau? I'm picking The Dark Knight.
Shane, give me your best one of those.
What, just any
one
one
of
of
them.
things. I mean, keep talking. I gotta.
Where's
Lau?
Lau?
I'm not doing.
That was Shane. Where's Lau?
Oh,
you
said
had
it.
it.
You took it. You were holding it by the face right there. I liked it. Like you were holding the leash right by the face.
Where's Lau?
There it is.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
good.
dude. I got scared.
Laker girls. Whoa. Laker girls. Laker girls. Where are the Laker girls? Come on.
Yeah.
Lead of their own.
We just make every pick like that. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
dude,
Yeah,
The Dark Knight is just great.
You know, I had a Dark Knight poster for a while.
What is that
When
on
I was- when I was younger.
Framed or
When I,
unframed?
in my younger days.
Early 30s?
I feel like that was like pretty recently.
Used to have a Dark Knight poster. I feel like Marissa's laughing a little too hard at that for
Yeah,
those
she-
listeners who can't hear super producer laughing.
No
On
longer
your
a
way
background.
home from work, you got off a little early.
Yeah.
Stopped at Spencer's Gifts after you got off from Hot Topic.
What do you think got me home from work, dude? Thinking about seeing that unframed Dark Knight poster in my mom's
Any
attic
port in the
where I
storm.
lived on my twin mattress with the smallest flat screen TV I've ever seen.
You nasty.
Hey, it was flat though.
It was flat before they was all flat, dude.
Those
12
are
inches
20s.
flat.
That's 15s. I keep them clean.
Yeah, I kept it clean. I used to Windex it.
Yeah, Dark Knight. I mean, what can we say?
Oh, dude, it's great.
It's great. Again, I've seen it enough that I can like come in and out of it, but it's also got great scenes.
Yeah.
I think that's what really makes like a good hangover movie. It's got great scenes, you know, that like are almost like capsules that you
Yeah,
can watch.
for sure. And it's like of those where you can be like, oh shit, dude, he's
Yeah.
about to rough him up in the interrogation room.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
one of those. Or like they're about to do that freeway scene where the Joker's just standing there like, hit me.
One of the best scenes.
Yeah.
He's about to tell someone how he got those scars. How I got these scars. A little bit like Paul Giamatti.
Hello, when he goes, hello, beautiful. You must be Harvey's squeeze.
Yeah.
It makes me want to bring back
you know,
an
he
old
does
word
his
like
hair
that.
back, he goes,
Yeah.
ah,
Slicks his hair back and you're like, dog, you got scars. So,
Let
was,
her go.
what's
Bad
that?
choice of word. I can't do the Joker.
Dude, I thought the Joker was here for a second. Do it again.
Bad choice. I can't do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're tonight's entertainment.
We're not intimidated by thugs. The old man balls up for
Sure.
a second.
Eric Roberts getting a little action.
Yeah, Eric
Oh,
Roberts.
yeah. There's like that is a scene like every good actor is shining at one point. Like Gary Oldman kills it.
Yeah, the Gary Old Man is great in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Gary Old Man.
The Gary Oldman.
I love it when like he thinks he's gonna unmask Batman,
Mm-hmm.
and Gary Oldman like I think I've already killed me. He's just like, could you give me just 1 second?
Yeah, Dark Knight, great movie.
Yeah.
David, time for your fourth pick.
My fourth pick. A lot of people would think I would go with the first in the series of movies, and I didn't. I
Land
went
Before Time.
meatballs too. No, I went with the second one. I just think it's brighter colors. It's more cartoony, more individual scenes. I'm going Next Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, it is a fun one.
It's so fun, and it's like you don't have. You can see any one of those scenes and feel like you saw the movie.
You know about all the bootleg snacks before they come out?
All the 2000
If
snacks.
you go to continue to do that X Games shit off the counter, we're both gonna be fine.
Baby D.
Mike Epps is
Sprinkles.
so
Say it again.
They are really do a terrible like stereotype of Latin, like Mexican.
Is that the one in the cul-de-sac? Or
Yeah. Cruelty to animals, essay.
Yeah, they really are.
Don't look at me, little puppet. Yeah, there's that
I'm a
movie.
Incan warrior or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Aztec
I'm
warrior.
an Aztec warrior. Yeah, that movie's just. And Uncle Elroy is hilarious.
Yeah.
It's just, and his aunt is gross. Not
Oh,
gross.
yeah.
She was like some
like
their nephew.
Frank. Yeah.
It's, but like, yeah, that movie is
I'm
just.
a freak.
And like Michael Jackson or Michael Blackson.
Yeah,
I
Michael
cannot get
Blackson.
jiggy with this shit. Oh man, that movie.
Oh, that's it. That is him.
That is Michael
Jesus,
Blackson. That movie's all see. You can watch any part of it and you feel good and you're happy and it's just Next Friday is so much fun to watch.
It is like a cartoon of a movie.
It's so much fun to watch.
And it's like in that football jersey era. So Cube's got a football jersey on the whole
Cube's
time.
got a
He's got like one of those
football
big
He's got like
blue.
a Charles Woodson jersey or something. Like
It's like
No,
a
it's
big
a
blue.
Donna.
Oh, it is a Donna jersey.
Yeah, it's not even a real.
Oh, I never fucked with that era of non-sports team jerseys.
I
so
think I
weird.
definitely had like a
Weird.
Flanders with a Z baseball jersey. For sure.
I used to have those like reversible like Russell Athletics, just like basketball jerseys, those cheap ones.
You
I'd be
never
like,
mentioned
Yeah.
this
it's
to me.
green and
Yeah.
purple. No one's
Never
ever gonna
enough.
know when I'm wearing the green. They're never gonna see the purple.
Damn, Sean got 2 jerseys.
Look at that hard ass motherfucker.
I had a FUBU baseball jersey.
Damn.
Yeah.
My dad.
I could never. Yeah, I could never.
My
They
dad
always
gave
had to
it a
be like
shot
a
one
local
time.
thing. I could never fucking do like a branded jersey.
Oh.
Crazy.
Oh man, I love it.
Pat Jordan came tripping out of a Ross one time with a FUBU jersey, big enough to cover a minivan, and he's just like, "What do you think, bud?" And I go, Dad,
Why
back on the
not?
rack.
Why not?
Back on the rack. is
We
what I
couldn't
think."
wear that stuff because we look like Kevin Smith.
I already look like Kevin Smith.
Yeah, and I look like a different Kevin Smith. We can't.
I think we can do it.
Yeah,
I see
no.
some white zombie hockey jerseys.
Shane, time for your fourth pick.
We like to spring it up on you.
Okay. Pick number 4 for me will be this is my cry one. Friday Night Lights.
Oh,
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It
Hell
is.
yeah. So goddamn.
Can you hold
sad.
on to the football, Donnie?
Yeah.
Can you hold on to the football, Donnie?
What do you do? Simple. Hold on to the goddamn ball.
Get the fuck out of here now!
Yeah.
He's
What's
just
wrong with you?
duct taping his hand. First of all, on that, so
Tim
for those who
McGraw.
haven't seen, Tim McGraw comes bursting in the scene when his kid's making out with a girl on the couch, and he goes, "Who's this?" And then Billingsley messes up the girl's name, and you're like, "Oh, Donnie. Oh, Donnie."
Yeah.
You feel bad for him, and then Tim McGraw just starts duct taping his hands to the football right in front of his girlfriend.
Oh.
So
I-
harsh.
I don't
Just
think.
say, I don't feel 17.
I don't think it was.
Well, you're right, fiance. Fiance.
Yeah, yeah,
Fiance.
That scene where they're like shooting shotguns out from like what is essentially the West Texas.
Do you
Center.
feel 17?
Yeah. Oh my god, it's
I don't
heartbreaking.
feel 17.
Fucking poor kids.
Dude, when Boogie Miles gets back into the whip, oh, that will make me fucking
I
bawl
like
my
it
eyes
when
out.
Booby is dancing with 2 girls to that Public Enemy song. They're like, I got a letter from the government the other day. Oh, man. That shit was great.
And then that girl's in the other room like, I want to play with a starter. Or no, I want to be with a starter. And he's like, well, what do you, that's Booby, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, yeah. He's very practical about it. Like,
then
it's not like an athlete's like demeanor. Typically, is for them to be like, well,
Yeah.
you know. It's But yeah, it's such a good fucking crime.
It's so
It
good.
is.
Also, I don't know how deep you got in the special features, but when Booby gets hurt in that movie, they cut to the real Booby Miles being
Yes.
like, "Oh man, damn," and you're like, "Damn, Booby."
I've researched what happened to a lot of those.
Yeah.
Those guys?
And there are not
Chavez
a ton
had
of
a great life.
not a ton of happy stories.
Chavez had a great life.
Yeah, he went to
Oh,
Harvard.
Yeah. He was like, he had but Billingsley's
what-
life was tough.
One of my favorite scenes is like when they go to play Dallas Carter. Is like they have them walking out and they're all like little and holding hands, and then everybody on the Dallas Carter team has beards and they're like grown fucking men.
They're just
Yeah,
playing-
and they are scary looking.
It was like 1986 when they were playing from
in like
hip-hop
South
from
Dallas,
Tours.
which is like they're so scary.
Terrifying.
Have you seen?
And they're like barking and shit.
Have you seen
Like-
shit about those Carter kids? So there's like I think a 30 for 30 maybe about it.
Oh,
Or a
really?
documentary. Those kids were scary as hell.
Yeah, like one of them made it to the pros, and they were like 12 of them had signed D1 contracts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were like they were. Some,
Yeah, they were like they ended up like 3 weeks after that, like they robbed a liquor stores.
Yeah, that's
There's
what
something
happened.
crazy like
It was
that. I
something
can't
like
remember
that, yeah.
exactly, but like it's in the book.
Yeah,
It is.
in the book.
Yeah, it
Buzz
is.
Bissinger. Right?
That
Yeah.
scene
Cousin
where
of Pete Berg.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's
Yeah.
how the whole thing happened.
what'd you say?
Yeah.
Custody of Pete Bird?
Cousin.
Cousin.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
said. Well, I don't know who we're
Custody
talking
of
about.
grown man.
I thought he
billionaire
like
film-
raised one of these kids or adopted a
Oh,
kid
no,
or
no,
something.
no,
I had no
yeah.
idea who we're talking about still.
Noi.
Noi. Neva?
No.
No, Eva.
Why?
When Billingsley's dad walks up to him and hands him the fucking ring.
Yeah,
at the-
that did not happen.
that'll-
in real life.
well,
yeah.
Didn't happen with my goddamn dad either, but it doesn't stop me from crying, I'll tell you that. Pat Jordan just peeled out in his baby blue blazer when I lost games.
He left you there.
And you can find your own way home.
Losers walk
to your
home.
mom's house, because I don't have any custody.
The bench seat in the Caminos for winners.
I'm gonna go back to my modest apartment with a hot plate in it, because I'm your dad.
And then just of course the Friday Night Lights manipulate or the
Oh, the
sorry,
soundtrack?
Yeah,
Explosions in the sky.
yeah,
man.
just manipulating every little emotional twing in you.
Yeah,
You ever do some bullshit to that music and feel like you're not living up to it?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I'll be like writing monologue jokes to explosions. I'm like, this isn't
Yeah.
right.
It's
This is not
like,
what
it's like
this is
poetry
for.
without words when I listen to it,
Yeah.
and then I'm just like, ugh, God, I gotta call Fraser for this house.
It is great though. It's like a great mix of sad and like
Yeah.
cool football moments.
And that was like when he
Hell
he
yeah.
was starting to do the thing. Like I think that was like the first movie I remember. Like I think Pete Berg directed it. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the first like I remember him doing like kind of like finding his style as a director. Yeah.
and he did. And then played a heavy hand in Ballers.
Went and
which
saw
I-
that Friday morning the day it came out. Line out the door of the theater for him.
Oh, in Texas?
Yeah.
Like
Just
Friday
a
morning.
ton of
lights.
Friday Morning Lions, dude. You got up and did some cocaine, and then you went.
Friday Night Lights.
I went with Simon Elizondo Torres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Went
Yeah.
saw that, and I remember my dad didn't read the book, and I read the book, and at the end he was just like, "Get over the line." But I was like,
What was it?
Get over the line, because they're dog
Oh,
piling.
yeah.
And he was just like, and I was like, in the book they threw it with the pass. Yeah, that was just like- and they do it at Texas Darrell Royal Stadium instead.
That book was like they were way more hardcore in that book.
Yeah, it was sad.
There was the one guy who was just like, I fought everybody.
Well, other than like talking about like, that one kid just played with a broken foot for most of the season.
yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
You're in high school.
That's insane. Do you feel 17?
Oh god, killing me.
Sean, do you feel like making your fourth and final picks?
I do.
All right.
And I haven't really had a crier on there yet, so I'm gonna
Under
pick-
siege, dark territory.
Yeah, Steve. I call him Steve Seagal.
He's gone.
I'm gonna pick Saving Private Ryan.
Oh.
It's too much for me. It's too much for me.
You like these fucking sagas.
Yeah,
I
I gotta
gotta-
start.
I feel like
I
Sean's
do,
on the
I
couch
re-
an hour longer.
That's
I
like-
really do.
But is that like you wake up at 2 p.m.?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
These
so
are
it's not
all I'm
like,
getting up at 2.
Okay, some of these I feel like I get up at 11 on my hangovers.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wake up a little early just so I could be hungover all day. It doesn't make sense, but that's just how I do it.
Well,
I can't watch that opening scene hungover.
it's fuck. Well,
It's
it's a heavy ass.
It is.
Yeah.
It's the movie's so good, and honestly, the only time I feel like I can deal with that is when I'm
War?
when you're out of it, when you're out of like when you're just
Well, that's a
laying on the
soldier-
couch
that's
and
a
you're like a
common
zombie and
soldier
you're like, yeah, what crazy? This is nuts. And you're looking at it like, holy shit, this is crazy. If I'm not in any kind of an altered state, I'm just like, well, no, this is banana. I can't watch
see
that.
when I'm hungover, I want to be laying on the couch, and when I watch Saving Private Ryan, I'm standing up and saluting them. So it's like tough.
solitary tears
Yeah.
running down your cheeks.
You're looking at a poster of
5-minute
Good Will
intervals.
Hunting.
Of Good Will Hunting, yeah.
And you keep looking back at me and you go, tell me I was a good man.
Was I worth it?
That kid, oh, it almost got me right there. That it's so buck at the end. And also there's just so many, there's just so much acting in that movie.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
Fucking
People acting their
dude.
asses off. Yeah.
Adam
That's with
Goldberg,
Adam
that-
Gold. Oh yeah, I was when they're like when they have all the Nazi soldiers like Q, but like he's like showing him his
I
star
love
tape.
that.
Oh,
That happens. I get up and just start punching people.
As is your right.
Come here.
Listen, I've seen it. It's
Good.
clubbing. You're not even. You're
Good.
just grabbing them and hitting them overhand. It's really weird.
Yeah. I yell out El Kabong and then hit him on the top of the head.
Yeah, I just,
Saving Private Ryan, dude. Just that I don't even
I
want to
should see
mention
if
the exact
that's-
part of the storming the beach scene, but there's one part that just guts me.
Yeah.
And the idea of seeing
He
that
gutted him.
hungover would just like, yeah, exactly.
He got gutted.
Yeah,
The
where
dude.
that would just like my whole day would be thrown off. I'm like, I can't eat Taco Bell now.
that's a very good point.
Yeah.
I wasn't necessarily thinking about that enough, and you're right. That is a very
But it
good
is a
point.
tear-
I still
it is a
stick with
tearjerker.
my opinion. I
The scene
love
that kills me in that movie is when Adam Goldberg dies.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Because he's like screaming for help. It's just like you're a
I
fucking
know.
cow. Get it? Like oh, she's
But at the same, is it Barry Pepper who's the sniper?
Yeah.
No, yeah, Barry
Yeah.
Pepper's the sniper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Barry Pepper. Shout out. That guy's dope in that movie.
yeah.
Oh, dude.
Also, like when
Every
he's just like when he's praying.
Yeah.
And, like it's just like Jesus.
He
Christ.
shoots
Like,
that guy in
you're
the
like,
German
it's a-
through
maybe
the
it's a
scope.
good thing
Yeah,
you.
that's the best.
Maybe it's a good thing you didn't make it back from the war.
Yeah. You had trouble adjusting to civilian life.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
everybody, Eddie Burns is fucking killer in that movie. Giovanni Ribisi's killer. That's
Vin
another
Diesel.
crime moment.
Vincenzo Di Zarelli, dude. Vincenzo Di Zarelli. His full name, I think. Chantel Jordan.
And this is, I mean, honestly, I don't know how this didn't get picked yet, but this is why I thought I almost picked this first, and I just kind of waited to see if it was going to get picked, but it's Shawshank Redemption. That
It was
is,
on my list.
It
Yeah.
was-
it
I
is- that
thought
is
about
just when
I
I
don't
think
fuck with prison movies, especially when I'm hungover.
it's just when I think of this entire topic, that's what the very first thing that popped into my head. Whenever we joke about doing this, that's when I'm like, oh, Shawshank. Like
It's because
that's
it's like it knows you ran up a bar tab the night earlier. It's like TNT's like, whoa, Sean spent $60 at the Roo somehow. Make sure we run Shawshank
let's keep him in the house
with
today.
limited commercial
Let's make sure he
interruptions.
turns it on when the Brooks scene happens.
Yeah.
yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Keep
Oh.
him in the house. Yeah.
I'd like to tell you, you didn't have 16 cocktails last night.
I cannot do that. I
Sean
cannot do
Jordan,
that.
I didn't think much from the first time I laid eyes. Oh, silver spoon up his ass. Who's gonna prove me wrong?
Is that what you thought about me?
Yeah, I don't like you still.
I remember the first time I saw you, and I fell immediately in love, and I've cherished our friendship ever since.
Well, I didn't fall in love, so you can fuck right off.
I hate your guts, dude. Shawshank. I love me a Shawshank. I think it's like the quintessential
Right.
hangover ass movie, and I like it's got a happy ending. Probably a rarity for some of
Yeah.
these movies.
It's because it's got such a dark middle.
Yeah. I guess when the middle's just pitch black, then a little bit of light.
Turn the light on at some point.
A dark middle is a gross.
Let's open the
That's
windows.
what all the stuff that happened in the
Yeah,
middle
it's
was
brutal.
Yeah. That movie's like, cause it's one of those things that they really church it up, but it's still a prison movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't church it up. Oh, I guess they do. Like
It's
he
rough,
gets a
but it's
cushy
not
job.
graphic. I
It's
guess
not graphic.
Yeah, like
yeah.
because
And like the bottle of Sud scenes, like those
that
like
humanizes
outweigh.
it a little
Yeah,
bit.
those outweigh the like him with the broom handle pushing him back.
The sisters never bothered Andy again, and what's his name never walked again. And
Bobs.
you're like, fuck, that's gnarly.
Yeah, that guy is. When he's just like, anybody come at you yet? Anybody get to you? And he's like washing himself in the shower, and he's just like, hard to get. I like that. You're just like, just
Yeah.
Oh,
And he's got that weird prison muscle look to him.
Yeah.
It's all
That's why I never
leathery.
commit mail for that. You know? That's what I'm gonna commit. No reason. Shannon, it's time for your final pick.
All right. Well, it wouldn't be an appearance for me if I didn't blow it.
I take that.
Oh, I hate you. I haven't picked this, and there is a specific reason for this.
Yeah.
It was the only thing stuck in a DVD player in a house I
Oh,
lived in
hell
for a
yeah. I
while.
like that, but I want a little backstory.
Welcome to Mooseport.
What? No.
Ray Romano
Torres.
vehicle?
Yes, yeah.
Boy,
It
you
was just-
did blow
That's
it.
your closer?
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to take it first.
You didn't even hit the rim with that.
You're not just playing that. You didn't even throw a basketball. You frozen butterball turkey, heaved it up in the rim.
You shot a potato gun.
I'm telling you, this was like when I was bartending all the time. I lived in a house.
Okay.
That was it was stuck in the DVD player. Was the only thing on that you could like just.
Yeah.
We didn't have TV. We just had the DVD player. So for like a month or two, it was just Welcome to Mooseport was on all the time.
Isn't that Ray Romano running against
Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman for
The
mayor of a
the
town called
Hackman.
Newsport?
Yep. And my girl Maura Tierney's in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you
Okay.
do like Maura Tierney.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's and Fred Savage. Well, I guess he's a
That's
bad
not
guy.
much of a
Yeah.
selling.
Is it the Wonder Years, the movie?
Why haven't they made why haven't they made that yet?
If I sang out of tune,
I always think you're gonna do the rap version now.
what would you do if I popped your whole crew? Would you run like a bitch from me?
Bitch is not lesser in anything.
Thank you. People don't test 'cause we come from the West. Yes, the W-E-S to the T.
Holy crap, that is.
That is. It's pretty
Man, Joe Cocker, I heard the Beatles version of that song today, which
I like the Joe Cocker
which
version.
Ringo sings.
Yeah.
And I'm like, boy, Joe Cocker really blew that fucking Brit right out of the water, didn't he? With his own cannon.
What do you say? Just snatched chain.
Took his chain right off his neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Pulled
but
the
he
leg,
fucking
snatched
kills
the
it,
chain.
like, opened
Oh,
it. Yeah.
amazing.
It's so good.
Poor Ringo.
I mean,
They give him
you
a
know.
shot. Whatever.
He was
You
a
can't expect,
Beatle.
he's the fucking drummer. You can't expect him to be that good.
Tell Phil Collins that, bro.
I will.
Tell Mick Fleetwood that. I don't know if he ever sings. Phil Collins was the drummer, though, right?
Tell Meg White that.
Well, you can't tell Meg White that.
No, you can't. You don't even know her, dude. I'd have to give you her number, and that's a whole thing.
Yes, welcome to
You
Mooseport.
gotta check with her if it's cool.
Welcome to Moose.
Yeah, and then
Welcome
now
to
I'm
Mooseport.
weird for asking her if it's cool.
Yeah, she's like, honestly?
She goes, Shane who? And I go, Torres. You had the half hour, and she's like, and now our friendship's kind of sketchy. Welcome to
She's like,
Mooseport.
Julio Torres? You're like, no.
I'll never get full shine. That's fine.
Yes, you will. You got full shine right now. David, it is time for your final pick.
I'm having such a hard time closing this out, man.
So nobody wants to say anything about Welcome to Mooseport?
Nobody wants to quit. You know that.
No.
All
Welcome
right.
to Mooseport. Now leaving Mooseport. There we go.
Peace out, Mooseport.
All right. My
You guys
last,
gotta give it a shot. It's fun.
Damn it.
my last movie.
There's a lot
For
left.
the
Moving picture.
Hangover draft is going to be.
Tune in next week for the thrilling conclusion.
Will David
You know
Draft?
I'm going for it. My name is Stephen Willie
Oh,
Beaver.
shit.
yeah.
Any given Sunday.
Yeah,
I got the ladies.
That is
Cold
it.
creaming. Think you can stop me? You're dreaming. Metrex, inflate your chest. Yeah, that movie is
It's
so
great.
I
good.
fucking love that
It's
movie, dude.
intense.
so good.
It's so epic. LL Cool J's in there doing his thing.
Lawrence Taylor, dude?
Lawrence
LT.
Taylor.
In the steam room?
Yeah,
dude.
That's a great. And that is
Oh,
like
yeah.
that is a man's body. Like,
Oh my god.
That is
it's
the body
fucking
of a
insane
man.
how thick he is.
He looks like he could just play again.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of those things like it's like, oh, if you shot him with a gun that wasn't big enough, he would still keep walking.
You need a
towards
special
Like that's
gun
how
for
like yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking
You don't need a
crazy.
special gun for me. You need a special gun for that body.
It's
Yeah.
fucking insane.
You got full blown out speakers, Pacino on it. You know what I mean?
The painting is come.
I don't know what to say, really.
Win one.
3 minutes to the biggest battle of our professional lives. All comes down to today. And either we heal as a team, or we're gonna crumble.
He was the least believable part of that whole movie.
He'll do that.
4 seconds is a lifetime.
He'll go ahead and go over the top sometimes, as throw an industry term at you. Over the top.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Berkley was great in it.
Jim Brown.
Call
Jim
girl
Brown.
Elizabeth.
Talk about a guy who looks like he could still play. Jesus.
Oh, I
Jim
know,
Brown would
which
fuck
is
me up
wild.
today.
It's fucking. It's like, what's just like.
Like fist fight,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
no holds barred. Jim Brown beats my ass.
Oh yeah. All 4 of us at the same time. Are you kidding? Like
Yeah,
he's a
he's so strong.
That dude,
He's a guy
Latimer.
who was like like he could play in any time period. Like
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, like Jim Thorpe.
yeah, just fucking
Cam Diaz is great in it. She's
Cam
fucking
Diaz
great.
is great.
It's maybe my favorite Cam Diaz.
And Margaret's really good at it too.
Yeah, Margaret
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah.
That's a fair favorite.
Oliver-
Cameron Diaz.
I think so,
She
right?
acts her ass off. It's just so good.
She's great in it.
Uh-huh.
I think the
Jamie
mask.
Foxx is.
I like
mean,
the mask.
He's a mask guy.
Yeah. That's the first time I saw her. Fell in love with her.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, no. Any Given Sunday, it's got everything I want. The end is real good. I like that movie so much.
Yeah.
It's a comedy.
John
I'm
C.
thrilled about that
McGinley
movie.
too.
What?
John C. McGinley's the sports writer.
Yeah,
John C.
he is.
McGinley is.
Yeah.
The
Who's the
Weasley
team
sports
doctor?
writer.
James Woods.
Yeah, James
Who was
Woods.
actually
Yeah.
supposed to be an optometrist.
And then Aaron,
Oh.
is it Aaron Eckhart or Thomas Jane?
Aaron Eckhart.
Aaron
Eckhart's the
Eckhart's in
other
there.
one, yeah.
And that dude Latimer from the program, I'll never know his real name, but he was in there.
Yeah. Zangief from the Street Fighter movie.
Is that the white guy?
Yeah,
the
Was
Jack.
the alligator in there?
Yeah, he's also the white supremacist in Higher Learning.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to those two buff white dudes in that movie just running amok.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
really do run them up.
They are just wild.
Just playing
They're putting
Metallica all the
gators in the tub and like, you will respect a white man.
Yeah, and you're like, that's
whoa,
probably
who
what
wrote
it's
this
like.
book?
He's like yelling at his wife. He's like, "What the fuck I get married for?" Like,
Yeah.
Shitty. Oh.
Yeah.
No, I can't do it for you. I'm too old.
Oh, little Dennis Quaid too.
Yeah.
Dennis Quaid is in
Quaid,
that
cat.
movie.
Jesus, you
Yeah.
forget about him.
Yeah.
He even mentions quitting, and his wife's like, "I married a fucking football player."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Holly Hunter?
I don't know. It's
I
I don't know who it is.
She's from Dumb and Dumber too, right? Same gal.
Lauren Holly?
Yes.
I
It's
don't,
Lauren
is
Holly.
that? That's
Yeah.
Lauren Holly?
Yeah.
There's no
I
Jane
don't know
Holly.
that, but I know that movie's great.
That Al Pacino speech with that sparse guitar in the background, though.
I
that'll
love it.
get you. I love it too.
I could actually. You played it right now. I'd be so happy.
I'm saying, yeah.
I also like that when he was puking all the time. Now I'm just thinking about all the parts. I love when he was puking. I love when he's like, remember when you used to go down to the car,
Yeah.
turn left to the car. Yeah, man.
Your mama bringing the dinner. I'm like,
Yeah.
He says it back to him like
Yeah,
it'd
but
be-
Willie Beeman's like, I
didn't do any of that.
You're back in the hood.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Oh, I forgot
I'm
about
from
that.
Galveston.
Hey,
Yeah.
back in the hood, you know.
Yeah. Oh God.
I don't know,
There's
Al.
a ton of shit in that movie. It's so
It's so stupid, but it's
Yeah.
great. They're all fake made up
It's-
teams.
it's-
Oh, yeah, that weird, like, and they have, like, real couches, though.
Yeah, but like
They're end
terrible
zone-
jerseys.
end
Yeah,
zone
like Bill
celebrations.
Buckets is in it. Bill Bellamy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bill Bellamy's in it.
And Terrell
She
Owens
said
is
my
in it.
sausage ain't right.
Bum me out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that movie was great.
It's really good.
The Sharks, dude.
Great pick.
Yeah.
Miami Sharks. All right, it's time for my final pick.
Closing it out.
And I have to take something that is both this. I'm picking the movie itself, but also I'm picking it as a representation of a larger genre that has gone ignored, but is a crucial part of hungover weekend days. I'm going to take the 30 for 30 documentary Winning Time about Reggie Miller and the
yes.
Pacers going up against those early '90s New York Knicks.
Damn.
Yeah.
And I'm taking it for that movie because I think it's fantastic. I've watched it 5 or 6 times. It's wonderful. It's just like amazing, compelling storytelling. Spike Lee's in it being great. You get a little Cheryl Miller, a little Reggie Miller.
I love
Reggie, that's
Cheryl
cute.
Miller.
Cheryl, yeah, that little story about Cheryl going for like 115
Going for a Hondo
or
when he got,
whatever.
like,
Yeah, he was
40.
like, I scored 40 points.
And her and the dad are like
Cheryl
up
just
front,
put up
like,
100. And she got 50 boards.
Yeah.
What's your name?
But that's cute, Reggie. That's
Where do
cute.
you live?
Just fun. I love it. It's just funny to think of him as the man who's never been able to be the hero because he grew up with one of the greatest
Basketball players to ever touch a
basketball
basketball.
players ever as an older sister, and then he went to the league and just had to play against Jordan and the Knicks the whole time.
How
too.
famous do you think she would be if she had played where like the WNBA was prominent? Like
I mean, she'd hit the ceiling the same like as
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
else. Yeah, I don't think it would have gone like.
fucking crazy.
I know. But
Yeah,
She's
Yeah.
a monster.
Uh,
That's
Yeah, Winning Time, and I just I think the genre as a whole, sports documentaries are so clutch. Whether
Yeah.
like any of those 30 for 30s,
anything Magic and Bird related.
Magic and Bird,
The
any of
John,
those
the
HBO
John
ones.
Starks, like when he's speaking to the camera. Did this dude
Did
just
this
do
Oh,
dude
yeah,
it?
just
did this.
That'll get me going all day.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I'm thinking, did this dude just did this?
When it was like when they're talking to Ahmad Rashad, he's like, John Starks worked so hard to get to the league. He's like, he was like actually bagging groceries.
Yeah,
at one point.
yeah.
And he's
It's
just like,
That whole presence of mind montage that like every hit the presence of mind, the presence of mind, the presence of mind, right? To, like get behind the line, yeah, when he went for like 13 points in whatever seconds. Just great, just like a good watch. Eat up about an hour and a half of your time. Fantastic.
God, I was alive. Well, we were all alive, but I remember watching that, and I didn't really. I thought it was awesome, but I was like, I wonder if this is gonna be a big deal. Where you're watching it live, and you're like, I'm seeing something here.
Yeah.
This is people are gonna talk about this.
I felt
'cause
like
this
that
is
the first
fun.
time I
Those were
watched my
great
comments.
playoffs. Like that was like a golden era for basketball.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a big
Because those East teams were always so kind of neck and neck outside of Jordan.
I know. Yeah, everyone fighting for the scraps.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
Excellent. So that's the final pick of the draft.
Hell yeah.
Just to recap, Sean, you went first. You took Independence Day, Bad Boys 2, The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, Saving Private Ryan, and Shawshank Redemption.
Shank.
That's
Shane,
a heavy day.
that's a heavy day.
Yeah, woo.
Shane Torres, you went second. You took True Grit, Tombstone, Christmas Vacation, Friday Night Lights, and
Yeah, I didn't see this part.
the aborted attempt to make Ray Romano a mainstream leading man in movies. Welcome to Mooseport.
That could have been a great list, man.
David, you went
It was a
third.
great list.
You took Gangs
There's
of
a
New York.
salary cap, David. It's gonna work.
I understand.
David, you went third. You took Gangs of New York, White Men Can't Jump, A League of Their Own, next Friday, and Any Given Sunday. I went last and took Goodfellas, The
A lot of
Departed.
sports, Dave.
A lot of sports in that.
It's a Sunday, baby.
I went Goodfellas, The Departed, The Devil Wears Prada, The Dark Knight, a lot of the D's, and wrapped it all up with Winning Time.
Hell yeah.
We left a lot of amazing movies on the board. The original Friday, Pulp Fiction,
Oh
Heat,
Yeah. Oh,
300,
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls,
Mean
I had on there,
Girls, I have on there.
Wedding Crashers,
Patriots, 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Speed, Bridesmaids,
The
Fugitive I had.
Princess Bride, Clueless,
Show
Yeah.
Dirt.
yeah,
That
Can't
thing
hardly
you do.
wait.
Tommy Boy.
Can't hardly wait to go on.
So I married an axe murderer was another one.
Oh,
Titanic.
Oh, it's a good San Francisco movie to get angry at.
Yeah. To get
Oh,
angry
yeah.
at.
Oh, you take the cable car every day? That's what it's like living there.
Yes. It's
No,
fine.
it's not like that.
They take the cable car every. Oh, it's fine.
It doesn't matter.
I like the movie. That's all.
I understand.
I bet you did.
I still do.
And I like you, Shane.
I love you.
I'm so happy that you're here. And I'm happy that I'm here with my friends. This is the best.
I'm tired.
Everyone's asleep. Who's out there in listener land? Everybody fell asleep.
This is where Sean says some real dark shit. Just let the podcast keep recording.
Sometimes I just stare at things when I get home.
It's called a TV. You're so
the TV's on static and it's
Yeah,
open
dude.
6 inches above it.
There's a spider on the wall. I'm thinking about doing things.
I'm thinking about
Going to the groundlings, taking classes. Improvisation.
a number of excellent picks. Make sure on Twitter to send us your picks. We love when you do that.
Yeah.
I mean, what else? What else? Shout out to everyone on Twitter.
Yeah.
Shout out to everyone on Instagram. We love you. Shout out to
Subreddit
everyone
big
on the
ups.
AFE subreddit.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Shout out to Domo Genesis. Shout out to Frankie Ocean.
Haji Beats.
Shout out to Haji Beats. Shout out to super producer Marissa.
Aw,
We
shit.
love you.
Aw, shit.
Yeah, please subscribe, give us 5 stars, recommend us to your friends.
Woohoo!
Yeah, if you think people are gonna love it, there's no shame in recommending it.
Let's
And
see
the
it.
more people who listen, the less I have to work at the Late Late Show with James Corden, and then we can take the show on the road more often.
Yes, yes, yes,
It's just something to think about. Just something to think about.
Noodle it around.
Yeah, noodle it around.
Take the
And
idea.
above all, more important than all of that, make sure you tune in again next week for another brand new episode of All Fantasy Everything. Shikakati!
That was a big one.
That was a headgum podcast.
Get it.
This is a headgum podcast.
Everything. Get it.
Welcome to a brand new episode of All Fantasy Everything, the podcast that didn't have time to even think about one of these today.
The podcast that you're listening to?
Oh, I like that.
There
The
we go.
podcast. Oh, let's do the. We're not going to edit it, but we're going to take it again from the top. Welcome to another brand new episode of All Fantasy Everything, the podcast that you are listening to. I like that a lot.
That was great. And
It's
right,
really good.
right from Jump Street too. You hopped right in.
Yeah, there
I
you
also
go.
like you didn't wait because you know when you do a podcast.
I hear you. But
Yeah.
there was an opportunity and you were bringing nothing, and I just thought, I had to step in. Pick up the slack here.
There's a real.
Chew on that glass, dude.
Deficit. Oh, please, that glass is what I needed, man.
No, not right now, dog.
I've been chewing on tiger nuts all day.
Gross.
Glass. Dude, it's great because sometimes you'll sit there for 15
I
minutes.
know.
Which
I
is a
know.
point I've brought up so many times. The listeners are
Well,
probably tired of it.
No, come on. They're listening.
Yeah, they're listening.
This is the one you're
This is
listening
the
to.
one.
It is the one they're listening
It'd
to.
be fun to introduce yourself to a new neighbor and be like, "Hi, I'm Zach. I'm the neighbor you're meeting."
Just real.
Andrew, you should maybe do that. That could be like a funny stand-up thing. Hi, I'm Andrew
Yeah,
Michon.
yeah.
I'm the stand-up comedian you're currently watching.
That is
You just look in their window. Oh, I see you're eating those cookies I baked you.
Oh, yeah.
Just walk away. The present from your neighbor that I am.
Just a narrator. Thug narrator. Big threat to a lot of you haters. Speaking of a big threat to a lot of you haters, we're Sean Jordan in the studio today.
What's happening?
At Sean S. Jordan on Twitter.
You got it.
Sean Cougar Mellon Jordan on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
What's the latest?
Nothing, man. I got hot sauce on my knee. I was
Hot
just
sauce.
in Portland for the weekend. It was super fun.
You had a sober weekend in Portland.
Yeah.
God.
And that's what level duty, my friend.
Jesus wept.
Church pancakes.
That's what level duty. We did an
Virgin
escape
daiquiris.
room with a zombie in the escape room.
Talk about the zombie in the escape room.
It's kind of intense.
Yeah.
You don't think that it's going to be intense, but it's kind of.
It's like camping.
Yeah. Whenever I go
intense.
camping, I'm like, I can.
That's yeah, camping
intense.
is in the
Sure. Sure.
You could also say it's like the circus.
So the zombie,
It's nuts.
It's intense.
It's nuts.
It's full elephants.
What were
the
you gonna say
zombie
about
just had to go
zombies?
nuts. How long were you in the escape room?
An hour. The zombie just had to be, and we did it. You know, we smoked it to the filter. We got the whole hour out of the deal.
Yeah.
And is this a real zombie?
It's not a real
It's
zombie.
right.
They talk to you. They talk to you like there's one person in the group who's probably on the fence if it's a real zombie or not.
Oh, really?
They talk to you like that. They're
Yeah.
like, no, they're not gonna hurt you. The zombie isn't gonna bite you or anything. You're like, no shit. This zombie's not. You mean this person's not gonna bite me? This person who's working at their job isn't gonna walk up and bite me?
Have you heard of these, like, they're not escape rooms, but they're like extreme haunted houses where people get, like,
Yes.
physically
Yeah.
I think it
touched?
sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Where they like grab you and shit. I'd love it.
Yeah, I've
Ooh,
heard
no, no, no.
stories where it's like, yeah, just really crazy stuff.
I punched a man when I was a kid in a haunted house. We could not go back to that haunted house. I was like 8 years old. So
You
my
acted
dad,
like you were
my
gonna
dad
finish.
would do this thing with me and my sister where he'd be like, "Oh, I need to go get milkshakes. You guys want to get milkshakes?" And we're like, "Yeah." And
Yeah.
then he would just take us to a haunted house.
Wow.
Wow.
So one we came in
That
and a
sounds
guy
awesome.
popped out and he got real close and I just punched him in the nuts.
Yuck.
So at what
And
point during the haunted house were you like, is this a milkshake? Like, when did you figure out?
Oh, I have to beat up all the men in here. to
Yeah,
get my
that's how I get the milkshake.
Oh.
Who misunderstands milkshakes? Me or my dad?
I feel like he tries to give me milkshake like his love and approval, but he just keeps taking me to abandoned places with fears.
This McDonald's is crazy. I feel like I would, I would be way bummed out if he was like, we're going to get milkshakes. And it was like, we have to walk through a room full of improv actors.
Yes. And then maybe if I'm not too scared, I'd get a milkshake.
On the way home.
Yeah.
I haven't fucked with haunted houses that much.
I love a haunted house. We did the Griffith Hayride last year.
Oh, yeah?
I did it
It
once.
was so sick.
Yeah.
Because this is where all of the people who want to be actors and actresses, this is where they all live. So the people that are
They're giving you
working there,
$110.
they're like, this is my
I mean,
shot.
yeah, they are acting like there is a Hollywood agent in every
Yeah,
hayride.
like Spielberg is
they are really like
Spielberg's on the hayride.
Listen, the Baldwin brothers just interchange every year. There's at least one
One
working
of
the
them is there.
hayride.
Yeah, right.
They just think it's going to be George Lucas. Stop it! Turn the lights on. Who is that
Wait a
person?
minute.
over there?
Wait a
Who's that guy
second.
with the chainsaw in the bushes? Get out here! Get out here!
We are bringing back Qui-Gon.
I can't stay on the phone long right now. I'm in a haunted hayride. I know we need somebody to play Wolfman number 3, but I don't know where we're gonna. Wait a minute! Get over here!
Yeah, that's exactly what it was like.
Yeah.
So yeah, sober week in Portland.
Sober week in Portland.
Fun stuff.
Wild stuff.
Different. It's different without the goggles on, you know?
Yeah.
Still a great city, but it's, you know.
It is still a great city.
It's
A great
the best.
city that's currently losing its playoff game by so much. That's right, Trailblazer fans.
This is the kind of podcast
Whoa.
that is losing its
Here we go.
I don't give a fuck. I'm doing this podcast during the Blazers' third playoff game. And they're blowing it so hard, I don't even feel bad.
We're going to have to start calling it a layoff game if
layoff.
they keep playing the way they are.
2 nights ago when they played in Portland for Game 2,
Yeah.
there became a point where we were watching in the living room where I was like, I saw you were in front of me watching TV, and I just, about 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, was like, I'm gonna just go to bed before
Yeah.
this thing's over.
Yeah.
Because I could see from behind that you were very mad.
Something changed in me. Something changed in me. I
Yeah.
didn't give you guys. In the morning, I realized I was like, I didn't give them the goodnight fist bumps
No, we.
that have become.
People are going to think it's so cute that we
Dude,
say
that kept
goodnight.
me up.
I know,
That
we-
kept me up for 10 minutes. Not
That's
having
what
that
people are
fist
going to
bump.
take
Just
out of that.
looking
be
at my
like,
hand.
They say goodnight.
How come? You say goodnight to each
You
other.
waved me off, I think.
I did wave you off.
I gave you. I reached for the goodnight fist bump, and
I was
you
like, I
waved me
can't.
off.
I can't do it. I was just so disgusted. I sat there alone, not even paying attention to the TV. I didn't have my phone on me. My computer was closed. Just for like 10 minutes. Just getting over it.
That's what people do when they see their dog get run over.
I know. It hurt me less than my last several breakups combined. Like, and those hurt. I was just in no shape. I was in no shape.
Which is weird because you're at the gym every goddamn day.
In shape. Nominated for Emmys. So you in Portland over for the weekend. Fantastic. Anyone can see you anytime soon.
I'll be in San Francisco at a wedding tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Oh yeah,
And
you
then
are going. Good.
come to Boise on the
We see.
whatever that Thursday is, the 27th, I think.
Sure.
I'm headlining at Liquid Laughs. I'll be there all week, but if you're going to come see me, do that because I'll be doing a longer set. I won't be featuring. I'll be headlining. So on Thursday, I think the 27th, get a ticket. They sell 40s at that club. So you know what? Get a ticket. I'll buy you a 40.
Oh.
The first 3 people, I'll buy them 40s.
We should get you. They should have a code.
They
An
should.
All Fantasy
Oh.
Everything code. They say.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking 40.
If you
dude.
come up and say Shaklackity,
Yeah, come up to me and say Shaklackity, and I'll buy you a 40. The first 3 people that
get
do
a 40
that,
out of it.
you'll get a. That's a pretty good
That's
deal.
a good deal.
You gotta buy a
40
ticket, but they're like $5.
Yeah.
3 scumbags just got plans.
Yeah.
3 single men.
3 dudes. All I heard was free 40.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
120
I'll
right
watch
there on the
anything
table.
for
Yeah,
40.
120 on the table.
120.
Yeah.
A lot of ounces,
You say
dude.
Shaklackity 3 times, one person, you get all 3
You get 120.
I live my life 40 ounces at a time, you know.
3 40.
Ooh.
Not only do we have Sean Jordan in the house, we also have Andrew Machon here.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Debut All Fantasy Everything.
First timer.
Big
Hell
boy
yeah.
crew.
Yeah, happy to be here.
At
Stoked,
Andrew
man.
Machon on Twitter.
It's MICHAAN. It's kind of confusing.
There it
But
is.
it's on Twitter and Instagram.
Jump on there, cross platform.
Pinterest.
Pinterest.
No, I don't. I'm not.
J-Swipe.
Yeah, I'm on
Top
that.
10.
Yeah.
What's
Raya?
J-Swipe?
J-Swipe is Jewish Tinder. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
They don't tell us Irish people about that.
No. It says right on there, no Irish.
They don't want us gumming up the works with all our potatoes and.
No. The potato better be shredded and cooked into a latke
Yeah, yeah.
or stuffed into a knish. Andrew and I run Good Looks together here in Los Angeles.
Fantastic
Yeah.
show.
And OG Portlander.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I lived in Portland for a long time, went to college there, and I knew all you guys. Yeah, Ian and I started around the similar time
Yeah.
when there was no shows in town, and we were doing shows together.
You had the first good show.
I had the first good show in town,
Yeah.
and now here we all are.
And Andrew, currently still an active good skateboarder.
Sometimes,
Which
yeah.
is
yeah.
such a treat.
Yeah, I've kind of traded it for surfing a little bit, but I do still skateboard.
You want me to throw the fucking microphone out the window? That's awesome. I want nothing more than to be able to surf.
I feel like you
I've
could.
only been doing it 1 year, and I'm getting decent at it.
It's the hardest. So on one of these beach days that we talk about, 'cause
Yeah.
we talk
Oh,
about
yeah, we
it,
go on
Yeah.
beach days.
come to the beach with us.
I'd love to.
Get me up on a surfboard.
I could get you up, yeah.
And I don't have any upper body.
I don't
Never
either.
passed
It's
the
all,
pull-ups in
I'm
the
newly
presidential fitness pad.
I'm newly jacked, okay? So it's all new for me.
He is swole. Andrew didn't come in with a shirt.
No, yeah.
It
have
looks
to
like a
show
shirt.
off.
It looks like
Yeah,
a
it
shirt.
looks like a shirt.
Like
See,
one of those
that's
shirts you
cool.
get from Spencer's that's a perfect body.
Oh,
We
yeah.
thought he was wearing one of those.
Well, they modeled that off me, actually. No, I've only been surfing for a year, and I'm getting decent. I go out, a couple times a week, and I get up, many, many times and ride waves. And
God, that
it's
sounds
not
good.
impossible.
Really
It's not
fun.
impossible.
It's probably way easier on your body than.
Yeah, it is. It's
skateboarding,
very
right?
low impact. I mean, you can like.
Oh, your muscles are sore. I mean,
your
even the times
muscles
I've
bounce
tried
back, your
to.
joints don't
No,
bounce
your
back.
muscles are just being exercised. It's really low impact. You do not get hurt. I mean, you can like hit your head or
Dude,
something.
my
but
friend
yeah.
Andy, we were in Costa Rica, and he comes back to the villa, and he had a deep gash in his head, and he had that kind of like brain snot where it's,
Oh my
you know how somebody,
What?
it's like, so that snot that's like hanging down, where you're like, if somebody wasn't concussed, they would wipe that off their chin.
Okay, yeah.
This like deep, where you're like, dude, you're out of it, because otherwise you'd wipe that disgusting shit off your chin.
Yeah.
And it was from like deep in his nose. That's why I call it brain snot.
Okay.
Like way up there. And he's like, I don't need to go to the hospital, right? And we're like, you look like you're dead, dude. Like, yeah. So we went to this town in Hako, and he said there was blood on the pillow that they like lay on the pillow. There was blood on it. They gave him a washcloth. There was blood on that. He's like, well, I guess just do what you're gonna do. I gotta get it stitched.
Like I said, low impact. It's a low impact sport.
Safe. I would love to go surfing.
It's fun.
Oh my
I know a
God,
guy who
dude.
teaches. He's a comedian. He teaches surf lessons.
Well, it'd be fun with like a friend, because
Yeah, come out. Yeah,
that
let's
would
do
be
it.
the fun part.
Let's do
Because I
it.
feel like what's someone gonna tell me that you couldn't?
Moshe
Yeah,
surfs, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Mojo a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going tomorrow.
Are you really?
Yeah,
God,
tomorrow morning.
sounds awesome.
Like 6 a.m. or
Be
something.
chilly, huh?
6
be
or
at
7.
LAX.
Oh, really?
I'll be in LA. When do you need to go to LAX? Let's definitely talk about this on the podcast.
I'll be in El Segundo.
Well, I mean, since we're talking about upper body, I was just gonna army crawl there from Glendale.
Oh, wow.
That's cool. I was gonna have a picture of Margot Robbie like a carrot in front of me the whole time, army crawling.
But yeah, that's dope. Do you have anything coming up to promote?
No, I mean, I do my show with you twice a month, every
First and
third
third
Wednesday at
Yeah.
UCB Franklin.
Best
I don't know.
time.
I have no road dates in the near future.
Yeah.
We need some.
Yeah. I'm kind of down to stay here. I was traveling a lot in the fall,
Yeah.
and I could plug those dates. I was in San Diego
Have seen that. Have seen
at the
that.
La Jolla Comedy Store. Okay.
Make sure
You're a
have seen
time
that.
traveler, but you can only go back like a week and a half.
Right.
And
Sure.
only for stand-up comedy shows.
Yeah.
Make sure to have seen that. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
All right. Yeah, that's about it for me. As far as dates, meaning 0.
Hell yeah. But we're gonna get some lined up.
Hell yeah.
But dude, if you're in LA ever, or ever have been, definitely come see Good Looks.
Yeah,
a
it's
really
always
fun
It's
show.
fun.
awesome. It's a UCB. It's always full of fucking fun people. That's
yeah,
what I
it's
like
good.
about it.
Yeah, we always have fun lineups. Roy Scovel's gonna be the next one. He just confirmed today.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, that's
Mr.
good.
Leading Man himself. That's
I know. I'm so
insane.
interested to see that. I'm gonna watch
I
it
am
this
too.
weekend.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So happy
I
for
saw
him.
it get
It's
dinged a
crazy.
couple times today.
I know. I've seen some dings.
Yeah.
But
Nobody in
We're
Boise
talking about
better
I
ding
Feel
it.
Pretty, by the way.
yeah,
the
Rory
upcoming Amy
Scovel,
Schumer
yeah,
joint.
Amy Schumer joint.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm interested to see it.
I am too.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that. We don't need to judge it.
Yeah.
Judge it.
Interested.
Yeah. Speaking of prejudice, Zach.
You're coming at me!
Hey, it's on in here.
Your goddamn broken fridge.
Hey, oh yeah, the fridge was broken. Toscani, who was that? Because I saw
Zach
your name
was.
spelled wrong on it though, on the receipt. Sean
That
Jordan.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Zach probably corrected and spelled it wrong because you're
His name was.
spiteful like
You know what
that.
his name was?
John Jordan.
What?
Zach.
Was it Mike?
Oh,
Yeah. He
couple
was.
of Zachs.
He walked up and he was like Zach, and I was like, how the fuck does he know my name?
Yeah.
And then I was like Zach, and he was like, what? And he was like,
And it was
my name
better.
is Zach, and he's like, my name is
And
also
then
Zach.
you guys went to shake hands, but your bongs shattered that you both had in each other's hands because you were too stoned to figure out who you
Common
both
bongs?
named.
We kissed, and Glendale kind of disappeared. Weird.
yeah.
Just were everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
Was he a Glendalian?
He seemed to be a local.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fridge got fixed.
Sean
man.
likes to solicit the mom and pops.
Why wouldn't you?
Hey,
We,
I mean,
we
no.
celebrate the neighborhood.
You Google
Absolutely.
it. You tell me it's going to be 45 flat for a visit. That's what's getting you to the crib.
Yeah.
Fridge got fixed today.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Hey, was it Armenian Genocide Day the other day?
Was it?
Well, I saw
know.
A
someone.
lot of flags.
I saw some flags in a car.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah,
I
yeah.
wasn't
there's
sure.
like a month that it's.
Oh, it's a whole month.
Yeah, I see it pretty solid
It's hard
for
to
this
tell
month.
in Glendale because those flags are up a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people have them
Yeah.
year round.
When they do have the big parade, it shuts down like La Brea or one of those big streets.
Yeah, but they don't do that in Glendale. They do it like little or K-Town or something, right?
Yeah.
You want to hear a
Yeah,
short,
somewhere.
interesting Glendale kind of Armenian story?
Yes.
I think it's interesting. I think the listeners will love it. So, you know Phil's Coffee? You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like a coffee.
Yeah,
cake
the
in
one on
San
Brand,
Francisco.
right on Brand.
Yeah,
in
there's one on
Colorado.
Brand. Yeah, there's one on Brand in Colorado. So It's a coffee chain. Our friend Moshe, who we mentioned earlier,
Yes.
I was with him at the coffee place, and he loves this specific blend that he gets in like the Bay Area whenever he goes to Phil's. He's from there, and it's the Turkish blend. It's his favorite coffee of anywhere
Right.
in the world. He loves the Turkish blend.
Not gonna go well.
Well, this is where it gets interesting. He goes to the Phil's Coffee near the Glendale Galleria,
Sure.
and he's looking on the menu, and he's thinking, "Where's the Turkish blend? There's no Turkish blend on this menu."
That's bugged.
So he goes to the person. He said, "Hey, I usually order the Turkish blend. What's going on?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, at this location we call it the Dream Blend
Oh wow.
or the Heavenly Blend."
Yeah.
Because enough Armenians had complained that they
Yeah.
didn't want to see the word
Right.
Turkish or Turkey in a coffee shop.
Yeah.
I get it.
Because
I
the Armenian
wouldn't
genocide.
either.
I get it too. It is interesting because it's still the same coffee.
Yes,
It's just
right.
called something else. So
It
it's like
still is
putting
a
a
Turkish
band-aid on a
blend.
Yeah.
bleeding.
In the style of.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah, well, they're still called French fries, but hard pressed me to order them and not say freedom
Freedom
fries.
fries,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Freedom, Sean's a hardline freedom fry.
Hardline.
You can
Freedom
put
fries.
me in both chicken wings. It's still gonna be give me some freedom fries.
Yeah.
It's just, I wonder how many people complained. You know, like what was the limit
A lot.
where they were like, okay,
a lot, I bet.
yeah,
I bet it was like a constant
Yeah,
stream of.
maybe like a day of like shit. Okay.
For those listeners who don't know, there was an Armenian genocide
Yeah.
committed by Turkish people, and it's kind of hasn't been recognized by history. And
The Turkish, they've never taken
yeah, it's
responsibility.
very
for it.
bizarre and
Which is-
unfortunate.
It's like if Germany was like,
Yeah, we
well,
didn't do it.
We didn't. No,
No.
like us. Maybe some people died. We had nothing to do with it.
The Shaggy defense.
Yeah, well, right.
So wasn't
Shaggy.
Anyway, there's my Turkish story.
No, but
That's
like
very interesting.
when
yeah.
I moved to LA, my uncle bought me. So him and his partner went to Turkey for like a couple months, and they got one of these like I can't remember what kind, like Magic Eye or something. They're these like blue pieces of glass. They're like kind of like a dollar coin size, and they're supposed to be like
Oh, I know those. They have the eye on it.
superstitious, like it's
Yeah,
good
yeah.
luck or whatever. And for a while, when I moved to LA, I was like, oh, maybe I should just like hang this up in my car. I don't really believe in that stuff, but it's just like something to hang on your mirror. And then luckily, I didn't do that because
Yeah.
when I moved to Glendale, I was like, oh, they would be completely justified.
Yeah,
like
just
beating the
smash
shit
the
out of
crowd.
that car. Yeah.
Which
Man,
is funny
shout
because it would like bring you the exact opposite of what it's intended.
Yeah,
Which is good
exactly.
fortune. Yeah, yeah.
Very bad luck. Yeah.
Thanks, Uncle Peter.
Shout out to the Armenian community of Glendale for taking us three white boys in.
Oh
Shit,
yeah.
yeah, man.
We appreciate it.
I give it my best to like be in accordance. Dude, somebody put the fucking trash on the lawn today. They put the garbage cans on the lawn. It drives me bonkers. Who
Yeah.
fucking takes the garbage cans out the street and be like, those go on the lawn?
Not an Armenian.
No, no, it's some fucking it's just some
It's a
asshole.
Turk.
Yeah. Young Turk.
Absolutely a Turk. It's Enos Cantor of the New York Knicks. Trying to think if I know even a second. Hado Turkaloo.
Turkaloo just shows up and does it.
Dracula, baby.
Yeah. Well, no, that's Transylvania, man. Vladimir Dracula?
Well, with the Vladimir.
Vladimir Impaler was Transylvania, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Zach.
Maybe that's a personal bias.
Fucking
Well,
idiot.
I've been, you know.
Zach hates Dracula. That's the personal bias. Speaking of Zach hates Dracula, at Zach Toscani on Twitter.
At
Yeah.
Zach hates Dracula and Dracula.com.
Zach hates Dracula.
Dracula, dude.
Dracula.
Dracula.
Oh, shit.
That's why he hates Dracula.
Dracula.
Count Zacula.
Count
Because
Zacula.
you were Count Zacula when you were 9 on Halloween and you
Yeah,
can't
they
get over it.
traumatized him.
Dude,
Will you
for
be
like
Count
3
Zacula
years in
this
a row.
Halloween?
For 3 years in a row, I wanted to be Michael Jordan,
Yeah.
and like my mom was like, "Well, there's some obvious we can't do paint."
You're a little
Can't
shorter.
So she made me Michael Jordan Dracula. So I had Dracula paint on, and then just the Michael Jordan uniform.
Okay.
A good workaround.
Can we
Right.
call that Zacula?
That's,
Can that be Zacula?
Sure.
I just want you to be Zacula this year.
I just love I celebrate the whole Zacula movement.
Yeah. I'm pro Zacula.
Yeah, pro Zacula.
Bro, I take Prozacula.
Prozac.
when
I take Prozacula.
Whoa.
I take Prozacula,
When
yeah.
I get depressed, a lot of Prozacula in there.
It's a thing that you take and it makes him more into the Zacula thing. So
Oh,
it's
yeah,
a
yeah.
weird effect.
We all have to.
We all
Yeah.
have to take it and
It
it
comes in
goes.
the form
He's
of
like fine
weed
with
for
it.
me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sure, call me whatever.
Yeah,
What
that's
do you
pretty.
have coming up? Any viral tweets planned?
Young Muscle
Fuck
Beach.
you, bro.
Young Muscle Beach.
Fuck
Young
you,
50,000
dude.
over there.
Fuck you. You're not on the podcast anymore. Get out.
Any
I
viral
was gonna
tweets
say,
planned?
like on this, when this one or the last one drops,
Yeah.
it'd be funny if you're just like, well, all of your followers didn't listen, so you're never doing
They're
the
never-
podcast
yeah.
again.
We didn't see a 50,000 listener spike in the episode.
You know, Portland was actually really fun, except for that Qdoba I got kicked out of because a stranger brought your name up to me and then I broke his nose, and so they kicked me out of
Did
that
that
Qdoba.
happen?
No.
Oh, okay.
no.
All right.
He would never be.
You know, I didn't get kicked out. I was like, I broke his nose. Give me the
but
fucking
did a
burrito.
stranger bring up Zach and a Qdoba?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
they were at the. They were.
Obviously, that's the part I wonder.
Yeah. I was
I
doing.
think you punched the guy.
I was doing
Not
the bit.
Zach as a kid.
I was doing the
man.
bit. I was gonna be like, no, you know, I still got the burrito.
No, I took the Ramblers classes. I
Sean wasn't with his girlfriend. He was taking improv classes on the side. So now he has this new confidence.
I get bits.
Listen, I'm gonna go to IO West. I'll be back in a minute.
No,
No, it
you
was
aren't?
somebody.
No,
it was
shut down.
closed.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a while. Then I'm gonna go reopen it. Somebody that we did the escape room with, a couple people that I never met, brought that up. They're like, "Hey, so Zach," because I forget why we're talking, but they're like, "Is that the shrimp fried rice guy?" And I go, "It is the shrimp fried rice guy."
Oh, yeah.
It was tight.
It was my escape room.
Zacula.
Zach's
Escape room.
escape room. What would it take? How much, like, to when you bring a girl back, and you would just have to say you did it. I believe
Okay,
you.
sure.
And if you were just like, how would you like to go back to Count Zacula's lair?
In Glennsylvania.
Oh, yes.
Trust me, I sleep in dirt.
I will pay for the whole date if you promise to do it at the end of it.
Ooh, there we go.
I will pay for dinner and a movie.
Nobu.
No, absolutely.
That dude. What girl wouldn't laugh at that? That'd be so funny.
Yeah.
Most of them?
I would.
The lift they had ordered just previously shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
I am ready to leave.
In Glennsylvania. Oy vey. Anything to promote?
Portland, look out, late August. Maybe I'm headlining Helium on a Wednesday.
Oh.
There it is.
Wait, are
Date
you
to
or
drop.
maybe are you? Oh wait,
I think
yeah.
it hasn't been announced yet, but just look out. It'll happen.
I mean, just look out.
I'll actually be doing a show right across the street at the same time.
Oh, wow, late
I was
August.
actually thinking about recording the album right across town that
Yeah.
same night.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll be there, maybe you won't. You know, maybe Shane's gonna fly in for it, maybe he's not.
Free, right? Free tickets.
Actually, I'm gonna pay everyone.
Wow.
I'm gonna make people like, across the street just like donate money for things, and then I'm gonna pay everyone.
Everyone's bring back comedy's okay for one show.
Yeah, we're gonna do one show, and we're gonna give a bunch of free 40s.
Yeah.
Nice,
yeah,
dude.
to every person.
Funches is flying up.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna do
gonna
it.
be
Finally gonna
awesome.
do fat white friend, fat black friend.
Yeah.
Dude, the Shins are gonna be
The
there.
shins, my shins.
Decemberists are gonna do
Yeah.
the thing. Yeah.
That guy that stole those planes or whatever and like lived in the Northwest for a while.
I remember that
Yeah,
guy. I get the
But
reference.
definitely check out Zach's show.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I think.
Well, it's under construction now, so we'll
Okay,
see.
yeah.
The site's under construction.
Are you thinking of changing the date? Because we're all also
we're all
thinking.
very fluid.
We're pretty
actually.
flexible.
Yeah, I'm not married to anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just down for whatever.
I just quit comedy. You guys are like, yeah, we'll also quit. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What's the next move for you?
You're a podiatrist now? We're in
Yeah,
podiatry.
we
Where
actually
are we going?
love working on feet in sort of a doctor way. Sort of a doctor ass way.
Just a doctor, just doing doctor shit, dude.
Oh yeah, we love feet doctoring.
Yeah, we love that sign in LA. Oh, I lost steam.
Oh, I know it.
You know the one though?
I get it.
is
It's on
the
Silver
Happy
Lake.
Foot-
The Happy
Happy
Foot
Foot
Sad.
Sad Foot. Look it up, folks. It's in an Elliott Smith
Do
song.
it.
It's a sensation.
It is a sensation. Speaking of sensations, sensational host Ian Carmel.
There he
Hear
is.
that Ian Carmel?
There's the guy.
There he is.
I was wondering.
Ian Carmel on Instagram. I have nothing to promote. Listen to All Fantasy Everything. I will have been in Austin last weekend. I'm sure it went well. Thank you for coming. What I got? Nothing else really. I'm going to London.
So sick.
Yeah,
For work?
for work.
Oh,
Twice.
wow.
I'm actually going twice. We go for a week and film a bunch of stuff. Then we fly back, and we're here for 2 weeks, and then we fly back for another week
Whoa.
to do the shows. So
Are you doing any comedy there?
I'm gonna try to. So if you're an All Fantasy Everything fan in London, look out. I think I'm gonna be doing some stand up, and I think Nate Fernald might be
Oh,
doing some
great.
stand up.
You should hit up Ashling. Did you hit up her?
I will hit up.
That's a
Ashley.
good idea.
Yeah, I need to hit up Ashley B.
Do that.
Yeah, so that's kind of it. The
Cool.
Netflix special should be dropping sometime this summer or in the fall. And by special, I mean 15 minutes. But it's a very special 15 minutes.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
the most special.
Yeah.
Intimate.
I feel weird about it because I always used to like get a little annoyed, this is so petty, but like when people's like half hour will be coming out and they're like, yeah, my comedy. No, I'm not. not saying. This was like way back when they'd be like, yeah, my special's coming out on comedy stuff. It's a half hour.
Yeah.
You know? So
I
now
watched,
it's like
you did a couple Conan specials, didn't you?
I did two.
Yeah, those are good.
Two very brief Conan
Those are
specials.
good.
I did the meltdown special.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, very
I'm currently begging at the door for a
Yeah,
special.
yeah.
we
Boy, I'd
all-
love a special.
I
Yeah.
love a special.
It'd be special.
It'd be so fun to get a
Very
special, you know?
special.
If there's any special bookers out there, you
Yeah.
know, let's
Yeah.
let's
Send some
book you in
special
a
things
chain a
our
little
way.
more. You know
Ooh,
what I
a
mean?
special thing.
Yeah, it's a special thing. Yeah, shout out special thing.
Album recording in Portland, by the way, for one of us. Maybe
soon.
coming together.
I mean, it's coming together. We just got to get a date at Mississippi.
Just
That's
don't
what
do
we're-
it while I'm in Europe. Otherwise, you know,
No,
that's the only
I have all the dates written down. I'm gonna email them tonight, and I'm gonna double
Yeah,
check.
we're all gonna be there.
fix
Well, you know,
dates.
You know
Yeah.
we're all gonna be there.
Yeah,
Across the street doing
Across
our
the
own
street
show.
doing your own show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gathered here today in beautiful downtown Los Angeles, California, the Headgum Studios.
Oh shit.
Just an eyelash off of Skid Row.
just a red eyelash off of Skid Row.
Bathing in the glow of super producer Marissa.
There she is.
Shout out to super producer
There she
Marissa.
is.
We've gathered here today to draft things that glow confidence boosters.
Yeah.
Which I love this topic. This
Yeah,
one,
fun.
yeah.
It's so original and cool.
It's
I
so
saw
cool.
that it was kind of a confidence boost at work to see that. Where
Just
I was like,
to
oh,
see it.
look at how much fun I get to have after work.
A little pep
That's
in
what
the
this
step.
was. Yeah.
Yeah. Now we determined the order of the draft with a rollicking game of rock, paper, scissors.
Y'all did.
Played between the three of you, and we throw on shoot. So here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Done
Oh,
deal.
Sean Jordan wins.
Done
it's just because he throws the unique
deal.
one.
Done
Oh, no, I
It's
deal.
multiplayer.
Oh, is that how
So
it
you
is?
both threw
Yeah.
rock, and he had the one that wasn't a double up.
Oh, I'm not familiar with these
Yeah,
rules, and I'm
yeah,
actually gonna leave.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So Andrew's gone, and that's not a confidence booster. Honestly, I feel pretty terrible.
Bummer. Man, confidence bummer.
No, I'm
These
glad
are
you
gonna
won.
have to be used right now.
See, this is breeding a good vibe. Andrew just goes, "I'm glad you won." This is like this is a good vibes ass
No, I am,
topic
I
right
am.
here.
No, it's good.
Last week was, or 2 weeks ago was fucking fight songs, dude.
Ooh.
So this
I've
is
been
like the
listening to
opposite.
the playlist since then,
I
too.
have too.
It's been encouraging poor habits in my driving.
Yeah.
But Sean, you've won the draft, so you're going to determine the order of the draft. Before you do that, I'd love to remind you that this is a serpentine draft.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
What does that mean?
Oh, great question.
it's I'm pretty stoked you asked. So it's let's say you dropped in on a half pipe. You're on a skateboard. You drop in on the half pipe.
Andrew can follow this.
You go over to one side. You just do a fat 80 nose bump, and then you come back to the other side. You do a 540 method that you could eat dinner off,
Say a word.
and then you go back to the other side. You do a nightmare air.
Okay.
Then you go back to this side, you do a front side, tail side, big spin, which I don't even know if anyone's ever done. And then you just kind of keep going back and forth,
Right.
doing tricks, sort of like a serpentine, like a snake goes sort of back
Couple
and
over
then
here,
forth,
yakety,
and back over here.
Then
Then
basically, what it means is you do if you pick fourth in the first round, you pick first in the second round.
sure.
Something like that.
So you do two in a row, basically.
Yeah. If you pick fourth.
There's a lot I play a lot of board games, and a lot of them have this mechanic.
Yes.
Do they really?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
It's a very standard draft mechanic in board
I
games.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Skateboard games.
Yeah. Skateboard games. I meant
dude.
skateboard games, yeah.
Sean, skateboard games for you.
All
So
right.
what will the order of this draft be, Sean Jordan?
Let's go. I'll go first.
Oh.
Then we'll have Andrew second,
Oh.
and then Zach third, Ian fourth.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Great,
you.
thanks.
Thank you.
I was gonna make you go first, Andrew, but I didn't want to do that because it's you've never done it, so I don't want
Thank
to be
you.
a dickhead.
So with the first pick of the All Fantasy Everything Confidence Boosters draft, Sean Jordan, you have the first pick. You're on the clock. Yeah.
Now, I don't want to be crass.
Oh, please
Uh-oh.
don't.
A lot of adults listening to this. I don't want to sound like a sinner
Don't.
or anything, but
Don't.
sex,
Oh.
having sex,
Having sex. Well, a confidence booster.
having sex is a huge, nothing little about it. It's a huge confidence boost,
Yeah.
and it's just one of those things like makes you feel great. And I'm not saying like that's why I'm trying not to sound like a scumbag,
Yeah.
but it's just one of those things where you're like, cool, that's kind of the point of everything I
Yeah.
do, of what I wear, and like why I want to make money, and like and I just did it. So what do I need?
You do have
What's
your
it
will
gonna
you,
be?
you do have your will you have sex with me shirt on.
You
So
do.
I can tell.
Pretty-
That's
pretty
why.
wild.
Oh,
yeah.
Green Grand
Yeah,
Teton
yeah,
shirt.
It's wild that you're wearing a shirt at all, honestly. I mean, I feel like that would have been a more clear
This
message.
isn't a shirt.
Right.
This is a Grand Tetons tattoo. that I
Oh,
got.
Grand Tetons.
I shaved my chest. I got laser chest hair removal,
Yeah.
and I have a Grand Tetons tattoo, and then green
You got
body
green.
tattoo.
See,
That's cool.
see,
Sort of like
entiendo,
You don't call it
entiendo.
sex, you call it summiting.
Yeah.
that's the I summited the relationship.
Honey, you're at base camp. You want to settle down, acclimate.
It is.
Now I do have to say that I think sex would be a confidence boost in theory, because I'm not married yet.
Right.
And I don't want to burn in hell.
Never had sex. But
Yeah, but
No,
from what
you
I
know.
gather,
Yeah.
Basic Instinct and Wild Things movies such as Sliver.
This is. That's the one they get it. Sex does look fun according to that movie.
Confidence
If a
booster.
virgin had watched Basic Instinct and just assumed that's what sex was, holy
Jesus
shit.
Christ. It is it's a gambit though. It's it's mostly high reward, but the risk. You can leave sex sometimes. I've had sex and then afterwards felt terrible about myself.
Yeah,
You know?
so
That's
in
why
this-
yours is a bad pick.
Yeah.
That's why you lose the draft.
You leave and you're in perdition. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh, well, I'm the harbinger of a good.
One of those. There's the two hot sauces.
Two hot sauces that we got last
What
week.
we got last week?
The harbinger of a good high is sex.
Yeah. What was it? Soothsayer hot sauce? Wait, what was it?
I
What's
forget,
it
and I
called?
feel like a jerk now.
God damn it.
But harbinger
Sorry.
and perdition. So we got some hot sauces sent to us.
Oh right.
David took one of them, so I forget the name of that one. But the other two that were sent were harbinger and perdition.
Oh,
And they
sure.
they do the trick.
Yeah.
They get you there. They're really, really good.
And perdition is basically hell,
Yeah.
right? So it's like if you were like, hey, do you want to put some hell?
Are they too hot?
No, well, we tried harbinger, and it was great.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like good sex for your tongue, you know? It's really good.
What'd you put it on?
Wings.
Okay.
I do this thing where I'll put hot sauce on wings that are already flavored,
Right.
which is overkill.
Yeah.
And pretty much I
It
do
is
it.
Soothsayer.
Huh? It is Soothsayer?
Boy.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Playboy. It's that haircut, man. You got the hair out of yours. Now you can think
yeah,
about
you,
things.
yeah.
You didn't have hair in yours. I was kidding. I don't know why I said that. I'm lashing out.
Whoa. This is an
This
improv.
is taking a turn.
He's
Back
not,
into a corner.
he's not the improv.
Wow.
Sex.
You
Okay,
need
let
to
me-
have sex and
what's
regain
your-
your footing.
Let me
right
get
now.
into here real close. Sex.
Without
Sex?
getting too crude, graphic as you put it.
Don't you dare. Don't
What's
you go
your
blue.
What's your ideal time for like this kind of sex? Is it starting the day?
Oh
Is it
no, I
afternoon?
don't like.
Or is
I
it
don't
the
like day
nightcap?
sex. I like.
You like
If-
gay sex?
I don't like morning or day sex, but I'll tell you what, morning sex, just because I'm such a fucking baby. But like if I feel like I'm gross, like I do in the morning if I have bad breath or whatever, but like sometimes, like if it's on, it's on. And that's great. Like if you just wake up and you're like, oh shit, it's on. Then yeah, that's the best.
Oh damn.
That's
It's on.
awesome.
Wow.
Then your whole day is just kind of set and you're like, I mean, that was so, what a good way to wake up.
A lot of fragment sentences and incomplete thoughts.
And when you're like, oh damn, dude, and your pants are like, huh?
What? You know, and like he's there, and it's like, what? And you know,
And
sometimes,
it's on.
you know,
I'm trying to appeal
One
to
of
the
my-
middle school crowd.
Spoken like a true sex-crazed
I'm
lunatic.
trying to speak in what I think emojis would sound like if they would talk.
you
That's
sound
all.
like the radio edit of a Biggie song.
Go if it's on. It's on. You guys think Biggie was here for a second? That's the textbook pick.
But when I think of like confident sex, I think of like one specific time where this girl, she just lived downtown, and that's also where I worked.
Uh-huh.
So it was
And
like
that's
you
where you
have
went.
you have morning sex,
What?
but then because your alarm goes off, and that's the alarm for where you live. So now you're like 30 minutes earlier on schedule. You have sex, and then you just walk right into work.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean,
Wow. That's pretty cool.
And
That's
then you
awesome.
and then you just make patents or whatever.
or whatever you did.
Yeah.
Without a shower? Or do you shower?
Sometimes you shower there.
Yeah.
Sometimes you
But
just
you go over
right
in the morning or at night? The night before.
Well, you're over there for the night,
Oh,
yeah,
for the
and then the
night,
next
okay.
day.
I bet
yeah.
it'd be kind of interesting
You
if
bring
you
a
just went
change
there
of clothes.
early in the
Went
morning.
there like
you went there
be
like
there at 6
6.
in the morning, showered up, ready for work.
Hey, I'm outside your building
kinda
at
like that.
6 a.m.
With
I
a
like
briefcase
that.
for some reason?
Yeah, that's
We're
good.
both EMTs. We got to get this done early. We got a long shift. Yeah, sex. It's a confidence boost.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, you definitely walk different for sure.
Morning sex if you have work that day is a
Right?
crazy confidence booster.
It's really not that much. It's not bad at work because you're like, man,
You're like,
I
we're
got
on
to
a
drop
bagels,
all
you're
here.
like, not a big deal.
Not a big deal. I had sex.
Hey, Jeremy, did you hear that? That's sex.
Not
Yeah.
only did I hear it, I saw it written on my computer screen because you wrote it in shaving cream.
Copy machine isn't working, but you know what was working this morning?
What?
My penis.
Little
Had
man
sex this
latte.
I think I might have worked 41 hours this week. You know what I mean? I'd have to pay it some OT.
Yeah, having sex.
It will boost up the little confidence.
You said
booster.
copy machine isn't working?
Yeah, copy machine.
A penis is kind of like a copy machine in a way because you're making more humans. I don't know.
Yeah,
There's
there
something
it is.
interesting
It
there.
is.
There's something
There's
there.
something there.
There's something there.
Put it on the board.
Yeah.
We'll workshop it.
It's not a huge laugh. There's something there.
Somebody's laughing a lot at that
Somebody's
right now.
laughing.
That's
Yeah.
a rye
Oh,
smile.
yeah.
It's a little rye smile somebody had.
You know what that is? That's a joke that somebody gets to tell later, like they didn't hear it on this podcast.
Right, there we
that's
go.
gonna happen.
There we
They're
go.
telling it at the bar like they
Please
thought of
take
it.
it. Yeah.
Knowing our scumbag listeners.
They become CEO instantly.
We're just
Tell
like
the joke.
Twitter accounts and Instagram accounts just based on our little jokes. And
Someone at the bar will be like, "Oh, the copy machine was broken at work," and then they'll be like, "My copy machine, my dick, works," and they'll be like, "Okay."
No, think about it.
Think
okay?
about it, though.
Because like each copy is just a little degraded, and like, come on, let's be honest about children.
They'll overhear it in the other room and burst in. We are starting about copy machine! You said copy machine's my dick! You want coffee machine?
Oh, breath. No, it's not broken. It works just fine, man. It works. Color copies, dude. Color copies.
Am I
That's everything
fired?
out there.
Coffee machines, I guess, aren't really like a dick. That's not,
Very different.
my bad.
There's not a bunch of different flavors.
My dick's like a Keurig in that it fits in one of those tiny little,
Oh,
the area where you
dispenser.
put it. Yeah.
You use it and throw it away.
And then you leave all bummed out, turtled up, like everybody throws me
It's
away.
wasteful. I tried to crack a joke with a mouthful of fruit snacks. I don't know why I did.
It was the first time I grabbed the mic. I was laughing so hard.
Yeah, so Heather's next first pick. Andrew Michon, your first pick in confidence boosters.
Okay, this one may seem a little self-serving, but I think we can all agree with this. We're all performers.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Getting recognized in public.
Yeah.
Oh,
as
it's
an
such
artist.
a good one.
It
Fun.
is like, it seems like really lame to say that, but it is, because I think for all of us it probably doesn't happen that much. I think if
Yeah.
it happened every day, you're like Tom Cruise, obviously your life, you can't lead it in a normal way.
Then
But
it becomes a prison.
because we can all lead our lives normally, and every once in a while someone will recognize you,
Oh.
it feels great.
It is the dopest.
It's the best.
Every time I go back to Portland,
Yeah, I'm
it's
sure
just
for you
like,
in Portland.
it's just like a battery recharge.
Yeah.
It happened once.
I'm sure.
I took it was a first date with this girl who lived in LA, but she
Oh,
worked
yeah.
up in Portland
Oh, yeah.
sometimes. So our first date was up in Portland. And we went to Ava Jean's, and like we walked in, and the guy was like, "I was hoping it was you because it said Ian Carmel, and I was hoping it was you, the Ian Carmel. Man, you're so great." And like this girl was like standing right next to me, and then they brought us to the table, and then the server recognized me.
Oh, wow.
Oh
Wow.
my god! I don't even know if she liked me that much, but we dated for about 8 months off of that.
Oh, dude.
just
yeah.
the built-up pressure
Just
from
the
that.
Delta, he must be. It must be coming. Whatever the hell these people like. It's got to be right around the bend.
That happened to me at Olympia Provisions, and by
Whoa.
the way, this was years ago, so it was like so remote. This
Before you went
possibility.
viral?
Yeah,
This is pretty viral.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was only a month
interesting.
ago or
Yeah,
so.
no,
I'm kidding.
Before it was
I
viral.
can't even go into Mendocino
Yeah,
Farms
I know,
anymore.
Please. Let alone a Chinese food restaurant.
All right, continue,
Jesus.
sorry.
No, anyway, but yeah,
Mendocino
someone just
carbs.
like it was like the chef, and
Yeah.
because it's all kind of open, like an open kitchen like that, they were just sending over stuff, and I was like, I didn't
Oh,
order this, and
wow.
they're like, well, no, they recognize you, and the girl was like, Jesus Christ, and I was like, I honestly, I think maybe it's you. Is it you? You know?
Yeah, I mean, the first couple times, yeah, it is a real mind bender.
It is kind of a mind bender.
Well, because it's like you think, you know, it's not. You don't. It doesn't blow your head up. You're just like, wow, somebody actually gives a fuck
Right,
about. Like,
right.
I was in line. This happened to my voice. I was in line at the Honey Hole in Seattle. I was ordering the Buford Tea Strange, which is what I get at the Honey Hole.
I'm hearing all sorts of words.
Is he talking about
Don't
sex
make
again?
any sense. What's the honey hole? Sean, you picked.
The Honey Hole.
Very Darrison.
Very Darrison.
Hebe.
What's the honey hole?
So it's a sandwich shop in
Sandwich.
Seattle.
Oh, okay.
And the Buford Tea Strange is
Yeah.
their roast
Both
beef
of them
au jus.
sound like sex.
Yeah.
Got myself some Buford Tea Strange last week.
Took it straight to the honey hole.
Yeah, somebody recognized me, went home, got some Buford Tea Strange. It was a young lady named Buford Tea. So I was ordering the sandwich, and this guy behind me goes, "Are you Sean Jordan?" I go, "How the fuck do you know that?" He's got his smile, and he
You were
just
mad at him.
from
Yeah.
a podcast. Well, I was smiling. I was like, "That's crazy, dude." And
From
it was
this
from
podcast?
from Douglas Movies,
Oh,
but it was,
cool.
you know, I was like, "Man, that's so cool when somebody." Yeah, it'll like
They take the time to remember your face or
Yeah.
your voice.
I mean,
you
it's
know?
like me. If I see a skateboarder walking down the street, like Sean Malto could be walking down the street, nobody's gonna give a shit. I would run up on him like he was John Lennon or something.
Oh, from here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, from a distance.
This
and then
dude,
you run
Mikey
up.
Taylor, he's a professional skateboarder. He was in Portland one time, walking down 23rd in Northwest, and Street League was the day before. And I saw him, I was behind him, I was like, oh shit, and I come up and I was like, dude, this is fucking crazy. And he looks at me and goes, what's crazy? And he kind of put his hands up, and I was like, oh, you're Mikey Taylor, I'm Sean, I'm a huge fan. He's like, okay. And I just scared the shit out of him.
This is crazy.
Yeah, it's just fun.
Dude,
Yeah,
there
it's
is
so
long story short, the last time I was in Portland, this dude, I was opening for Shane, but this dude showed up like 3 hours before the first show started, and he was like waiting outside. He was this guy that had been following me since I had this music blog in college.
What?
You
So
went to
much.
college?
But people just recognize you in Portland. You're a college guy, right?
He's a college guy.
Damn, dude, you went to college.
Was he like weird and stuff?
No, he was
nice?
super cool, but he was like this musician who had all these like health problems. So for a while he was reading I would post music illegally, but then also
You
write
badass
reviews.
motherfucker.
But yeah, he would read the reviews and then just was following me on Facebook. And then he lived in Portland,
Oh wow.
but he had too many health problems when I was living there, and it was just great. Where you're like, you were a fan from me like before I even knew that I could have fans, or before 10 years before I started doing comedy.
Yeah, it's a trip for sure.
That is a trip. We got recognized when we sat courtside. Remember that?
Oh, really?
From some dude like who was sitting like AFU
Yeah.
listener. Shout out to you if you're still listening. They were like a few rows back. Just the game we happened to be sitting courtside.
Dude.
So we got to go like take pictures with these guys who were super nice. But like then everyone around us was like, who the fuck are these guys?
You know, I feel that way living in LA sometimes because I think all of us look like we could be, especially in a place like the Roost where you walk in and it's dark. I feel like people look at me like, is that? No, it's definitely not. Whoever the fuck they think that I might be, and that is not a competence.
Tyrese.
Yeah, they're like, is that
Is that Tyrese?
No, that's not
No,
Tyrese.
that guy's too tall.
Obviously, that's Morris Chestnut.
Yeah.
And then I go next. I'm Sean. I'm neither.
Which cast member of The Wood is that? Or is that Bokeem Woodbine? Which is, yeah, getting recognized is dope.
Yeah, it's fun.
I hope to have it happen time and again.
It will.
Time and again for all of us. That's my wish for all of us.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes you get free shit out of it, like you were saying. I've gotten so many free sandwiches out of getting recognized.
Oh, dude, I mean, this is where the voices come in, but like all the hot sauce, give me all the hot sauce we can get over here.
Please, yeah.
It's killer.
Oh yeah.
Soothsayer hot sauce, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Soothsayer.
Shout out.
Shout out. Getting recognized, excellent pick, Zachary Taylor Toscani. It is time for your first one.
ZTT.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with one, and this is gonna be close to you, Ian,
Oh.
especially today.
Just like me. Fuck! God damn it!
Getting
Okay,
a
well, at least I
haircut.
get to talk
Getting
about
a
it.
haircut.
God, fuck.
Getting a haircut. There is
God
a
damn it.
feeling. It's funny how it took you a second.
Yeah.
I knew right away. I was like,
Oh, man.
getting a haircut.
Oh yeah.
Provides you. There's nothing else that when you leave, you just feel so. You're just like, I am exactly who I want to be right now.
Because someone took about an
Yeah.
hour and they're like, I want to make
Yeah.
you look dope, dude.
You look dope.
I'm gonna take your fucking wig. I'm gonna make it look dope. The Wheeze is over here, dude. I'm gonna take your wig. I'm gonna make.
Well, like the whole process too of like just kind of having someone like for like 45 minutes kind of massage your head, touch your head, talk to you,
Yeah.
or not talk to you.
Talk
Kind
to
of
you.
depend on what
Not
you
talk
want.
to me.
Not talk to you know
Yeah.
like whatever you want. But they're like if you go to a good one, they like really know how to do it and they treat you right. You get like pampered.
Yeah.
And then
if
you
you
go
get
out.
like the shampoo and
Yeah.
the wet towel or the,
the
hot wet towel.
Oh yeah. Maybe they put a couple hot stones on you.
Oh yeah. Hand job, just a full release hand
hand job,
job.
full release.
Well.
Yeah.
Well.
That's out of my pay grade.
They whisper little things in your ear, just like you're gonna show you'll show them.
Yeah.
You know,
You're gonna nail it. They don't even know what you're doing. They're just like, you're gonna fucking nail
Yeah.
it.
you're getting the haircut in a car, and halfway through, they're like, by the way, you get to keep this car.
That
You know?
would be.
All those nice things.
That would be Buck. A mobile haircut. Has that ever happened to anyone in this room? A haircut on the go.
No way.
No.
no, not ever.
I once, so when I worked for Coca-Cola, I got a haircut on the job and they didn't notice.
Whoa.
That was like a level of like,
Sure.
wow, they are really not paying attention.
I know someone who worked on Twin Peaks, the new
Yeah.
season. David Lynch gets a haircut every day
Really?
on set.
See?
Every
Every day.
single day.
And he's into like all that
What are
spiritual.
they cutting?
I don't know. He's also not on
TM,
camera.
yeah.
I mean, he's also just not
Right.
part of the show.
Maybe it's just a vibe thing. Maybe he
Well,
maybe he's
see,
enjoys
I
it.
think so. I always like, especially if you wait a long time to get a haircut. Like if you get a really transformational, like you grow it out for a long time and then get it cut
Oh, a
short
queer
or whatever.
haircut.
Yeah.
But you,
Like hopefully what Shane's about to get one of these days.
oh yeah,
Oh my
God,
God.
we would pay. All of us would pay so much money to
Hey,
see
look,
Shane
Oscar,
get.
if I put it, if there was a Kickstarter, yeah,
Look,
I'm
Oscar,
definitely on the highest tier.
Oh man.
I thought you were gonna say that dude that waited outside of Shane's show for 3 hours was like a diehard Locks for Love fan, and he was just like begging Shane for the
Shane,
hair.
please.
It's gonna be good for you and
Yeah,
it's gonna be good for them.
It's gonna be good for the community.
Listen, you're the goose, I'm the gander. Okay?
I got a haircut today. That's why you bring it up.
Yeah. Looks
He
amazing.
he cut the fuck out of it. He like faded it and everything, and then
It looks great.
he like I don't know what he did, but he combed it in such a way that it's straight now. He fucking straight up combed the Jew out of it. It's not curly at all.
It's like tousled.
Yeah, it's house. I told him, I'm like, you like this haircut's so good, you like cut the Jew out of my hair. He called it the Anne Frank. He's Jewish too. We're both Jews.
Well, you goddamn better be.
We're both Jews. Jews. All right, but it was fucking great. Yeah, amazing haircut. It will really.
You feel like a different person for
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 days. It has this kind of long-lasting effect.
Oh yeah,
And
I got
unlike
my
any
haircut 3
drug,
weeks
there's
ago, and
no hangover period. You feel
mean,
good,
for-
and then you just transition
For
back
me,
in
actually,
life.
the best confidence is a week after. I feel better a week after.
Yeah, when
The
it's
day of, I
figure it
just
out.
set a
For
little
me,
bit.
it's not so confidence boosting. I
Ooh.
feel like it's a little too
See,
short.
I like going in the shower, and it's like, especially if you get the sides
It
short.
feels good.
Yeah, it feels good.
Feels
yeah.
good.
You feel the wind.
But I think when you grow into it, then I think you're feeling real good.
There's also the
Yeah.
effect where it's like, I think you're right, because they'll like style it a little bit when you get your
Yeah,
haircut,
yeah.
and you're like, never will I be able to
Oh
capture
god,
this
they,
again.
they think my shit needs to go up like 2 inches whenever I leave, but they
Yeah.
just have it as high it'll go. I'm like, that ain't what
Well,
it's gonna be like.
It's doing that on its own
Yeah,
right
dude.
now.
You gotta go with that. I'm telling you.
No.
You think
You didn't
it's
think-
you think in confines that don't exist.
Yeah.
You got
You
great
didn't
hair.
think you were gonna do it on the sides. The sides looks good. You got
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go shorter next time. Ian took
You
me for
should.
my first like big boy haircut where they get the clippers out
yeah.
and like fade it up.
Ian didn't even stay. It was a big boy haircut.
Ian dropped me off. He goes,
Ian-
"Now you find your own way home. You're gonna
I
need
sat
to
there
know."
and read a magazine like a hot mom.
While this girl talked to me like a fucking 5th grader.
She did.
She,
Really?
yeah, I go, can you just like
Was it
get the-"
because you said big boy haircut?
And I go, cut the gum out of my hair and give me a big boy haircut. Give me some chocolate fucking milk.
And I definitely have lice.
And you requested the dinosaur seat too. That was just a weird choice.
Put me in a booster seat.
I have ukus.
What's uku?
That's some Hawaiian shit.
It's just
That's like
it's just
what they call lice, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Doesn't
Yeah.
that sound way backwards?
Who's in me pelo?
Tango ukus.
It's Shane's album, which is him.
Shane's B-sides, dude, the ukus.
Shane's B-sides, C-sides, double
Yeah, anyway,
B-sides.
I told her to get the clippers out. Long story short, she's like, so at the end of the haircut, she goes, and what clipper number are you? I go 4, and she goes, that's gonna make everyone's job a lot easier next time. I was like, lady,
What?
you're still
Yeah.
getting a $10 tip.
you
Just
tell
listen to
mommy?
myself.
No, mommy
You
didn't
didn't
tell
tell
mommy.
I didn't tell mom.
Oh, man.
No, I told mom when we were well out of there.
Mommy would have. Mommy
Yeah, you
would
would have
have some
gone.
words.
You would have gone crazy.
It's still a customer service job.
Of course it is.
Man.
I work in customer service. I mean, even stand-up's kind of customer service, you know, but I work in on-the-phone customer service. You gotta be nice.
service.
Yeah. Customer service, dog.
All right, it's time for my first pick.
Let's hear it. Let's hear
And with my first pick, I guess I'm gonna fuck. I wanted the haircut one,
it.
but I'm gonna pick getting a new outfit.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, that you know works.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything like nothing's been washed yet, so it hasn't like faded. Or if it's been washed like once or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah, you have it exactly where you want it.
exactly where you want it. Pants fit right.
Everything goes
shirt
together.
fits right. Everything goes together.
Mhm.
Everything smells good. Obviously, all my clothes smell good all the time. But they got that new clothes smell.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, I fucking love it.
I mean,
It's
that goes
creased
into,
in
like-
a way that you can never crease it again.
right? Yeah, exactly. You could never get it back there.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll just walk through a hallway at work wearing a new outfit, just strike some poses, some JCPenney catalog poses.
You like to go full new outfit, like top and bottom?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
God,
back to
Yeah,
the
I
best.
mean, if
Nice.
you're gonna get the drugs, do them all, you know.
Yeah, That is what they say.
They do say that. They say, and then they die, but they say
Yeah,
that.
they say that right before.
I can name a lot of comedians that say that.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Especially here in LA. But,
No, it is sick when everything's on point. It's kind of like school clothes. It kind of goes back to
Yeah.
that, like,
It
I'm gonna
dates
fucking
back to
boss
that.
up.
I think.
Maybe a new
Yeah.
accessory too, like a belt. or something like.
Oh my god. I went like to when I go back to Portland because there's no sales tax. I'll always try to like pick up a couple pieces, and I got this like $200 sweatshirt that just like felt so good, and it's black, but it's never been washed.
Yeah.
So it's like that true black kind of thing. Threw that on and just was like feeling myself.
Yeah. Well, and then there's that part where like I dropped a couple bucks on this. I'm gonna walk around as such.
You heard him call it a piece.
He
didn't call it a
piece.
shirt or a sweater. It's a
No.
piece.
You don't get a
That's
piece
when
at
you
the
know
Gap.
it's serious.
Piece. It's a fucking piece.
You never ask the question, hey, does the piece go in the dryer? You don't get that. That question doesn't get asked twice.
For me too, it's an especially fraught pursuit because I'm right on that 2XL range, and some brands their 2XL fits me perfectly. Some it's a little bit snug.
Well, I don't.
It's a little bit snug. A little trying to get it. Burn them up. It's a little bit of. Oh, it's not gonna go. It's not gonna go. So it's like a
And you're
little
just
bit.
like, oh, I'm gonna wear it unbuttoned. It looks
Right.
great.
Yeah. So when you find one, and it's such a swing because trying on clothes is frustrating for anyone.
Yeah.
But if you're in there and you brought like 5 shirts into the dressing room and like 4 of them didn't fit,
You're
and
like,
you're just
fuck
like
this
fuck
store.
bodies, fuck cotton, fuck polyester, you know all that shit.
Yeah.
And then like you put one on that fits and it like just fits right. It's just
Sure.
like woo, just a wild swing the other
Yeah,
direction.
you're like the mask after that. You're just like a tornado past the cash register. I'll be wearing it out, and then you just fucking.
Yeah.
Well, even
zip through.
amongst like labels, the sizing isn't always the
yeah.
same. Where you're like, this is the same thing label I always
It's
get.
tricky
Why
to
did they
buy
do it?
things online. I can't.
Yeah.
I've never really bought.
man.
I'll buy shoes online. That's about it.
I shopped at that when I was getting ready for my Netflix special. That ASOS, it's only 15 minutes, guys. But I went on ASOS, which is like that British brand.
I buy stuff from there.
Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah.
Like all the stuff looked amazing, and I was like, just to be safe, I'll get 2X, 3X, and 4X out of it. And I'm like, just to be safe.
Right.
And they sent it, and I tried all the shirts on, and they all fit the same, which was to say not at all, but like they fit not at all in the same way. Where like I would get the buttons right to the same spot every time. I'm like, where's the difference in the sizes? It was wild.
Yeah.
It's like the sizes are just like all the sizes they care about and then like big.
Yeah, and then just
Like,
big ass, and just put a different number.
If your site has international like metrics,
yeah.
I'm just going. Well, I'm gonna look at what a medium would be numbers wise.
But like none of them. That's why I got
bizarre.
the 4X.
Right.
Because they're probably thinking like if he's so lazy that he let himself get to 2X, he's gonna be too lazy to send any of this back.
Oh,
They were
God,
right.
that's
They
really?
Yeah, well, I haven't said anything.
I mean, but
I don't know. Maybe.
It
Well,
did
most
look
there's-
good unbuttoned though.
Right.
Those were the shirts that just look good. I wear
Yeah.
a lot of button-up shirts unbuttoned.
Yeah.
I like the look.
Well, their stuff is usually pretty cheap too, right?
Oh,
for the
yeah.
most part. So you're like, like I bought shirts from that same website,
Yeah.
and it was like, all right, that was $15. I guess.
Right. So what's the
Yeah.
loss? Well, it's $15.
Interesting that they were all the same though.
It was weird.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did.
that's a bummer. It did suck.
I'm gonna stop wearing my clothes from them in solidarity.
Thank
There
you.
it is.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm gonna stop.
Mission accomplished. We
Andrew,
didn't
where are you
record
gonna
the
drop
rest.
those clothes off?
I'm gonna burn them.
Me too.
Oh,
Can
great.
I have the ashes?
You can get warm by the fire.
Ooh. Yeah.
You could make some marshmallows on
Yeah,
it.
I'll let you do that. I'll let you
2X,
do that.
and then you feel my pain. Fucking treacherous motherfucker. All right, so new outfit. That's gonna be my first pick, and I'll
Sure.
start for my second pick,
Back
as
to
it is a serpentine.
Sure.
And I'm gonna put something that kind of harkens back to our podcast 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Just hearing a dank song.
Yeah.
Just like the right song, where it'll just like kick you up a few notches, you know, and like it just completely elevates your mood. It's like a
Yep.
little confidence booster for me.
Yep.
Like if like you're about to go do stand up or something like that, you have your mix. You're like, let me hear this song. It's usually upbeat. For me, at least, it's got like a fast beat. It's like a peppy song, a happy song.
Huh?
You know, Rosa Parks by Outkast. That one
Sure.
will completely boost my confidence.
Sure.
So yeah, I'm picking.
I'm extremely into that.
Whenever I want to get like real boost up, I'll just listen to mixes of like haunted house.
Haunted
Kind of
House sounds.
soundtracks,
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
And then you'll just start punching people.
Happy Halloween!
Not that way.
Yeah. I'm Count Zacula!
Yeah, no, man. I mean, a song can do wonders for you.
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah.
we were just talking the other day. Like, there's certain songs that I will not listen to if I'm on my way to work. So I'm like, it'll get me too stoked.
Yes.
And then I'll have to walk into work and just be like, fuck, I'm at work. And then I'll be double bummed.
Emails.
I'm like too susceptible to the power of music.
Yeah.
Because like if I'm in a good mood but I hear a sad song, it'll pull me right down.
Right.
And
Powerful.
and vice versa.
I can't trust my phone on shuffle.
No.
Oh God! Because if I'm in a grocery store, it's wild. Where I'm like, this section, next section. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going. Am I gonna eat healthy or is it just all ice cream
Oh
from
yeah.
now on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. What's I'm trying to think of a song that like.
There's been
You know what's
songs
funny?
that have been so good they've like made me call off work sick and just be like, I'm just gonna have a me day.
Wow. Oh yeah. Okay.
There's this.
Some of us work in entertainment, the most important industry in the world, but we can't call in sick just when we want to.
You know what song popped into my head, and I'll be honest, when you said that, it was "Breathe" by Fabulous. That's the song
Really?
that popped right into my head when you were like, the
F.A.B.O.
song that puts me in a good mood.
Okay.
It must.
All right. Yeah.
Because for some reason it popped right
That's
in.
your Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
It took
Just
over the Great
popped right
Millennial,
in
which
there.
is always on the forefront of my mind.
It's constantly playing on a loop in your bread by the Wacky Circus Gang.
By the way, since somebody said Zacula again, will somebody please draw a picture of their rendition of Count Zacula?
Oh, Count Zacula.
Yeah. and Glenn Sylvania, that could be the background. Just something. There's a lot of artists that listen, so I'd love all those to I just
So
like
if
to see all those.
Dracula drinks blood, what does Zacula eat or drink?
Protein shakes.
Retweets, bro.
Retweets.
Retweets.
You see us on radio.
So you're like stocked up
I
for
want
the
to
next
access
year.
your followers. Oh, that got Jewish there at the end.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm very offended.
Yeah.
How dare you? How dare you?
All right.
I'm just
That's
picturing
it.
Blade staring at his phone like, I can't
Done.
go anywhere until this gets retweeted.
I can't go to that
broad
Peace.
daylight
I
outside.
can't go to that rave.
Peace.
Damn It by Blink-182. That'll pick me right up. It's usually like some corny songs.
You
Since
make
I
my dreams
left